sir.
I don't believe you anymore.
I'm gonna
make it.
I'm gonna make it sound like Waleed's Mustang.
That's that. If you do some shit like that, you would be the ultimate troll, but you'd ruin your car. But it'd be funny though.
Nah, but me and Waleed gonna be competing. Like who has the loudest car, bro? I promise you.
It was crazy. I could win that competition so easily with a single mod. But I like the fact that my car could be angry, loud, and then very quiet the next moment. Waleed's car has one volume.
You don't like it that it make noise? You can hear from the next neighborhood over? You don't like that?
And Waleed would just like gun it down the road as if to tell the neighbors like, I'm departing.
Literally, I vividly remember the fucking morning where he would just like, I wonder if I can be like, where you know where the gas station is at? Like not the one closest to us, the one near like we getting off to the highway. Mm-hmm. He's like, I wonder if I'm all the way down there, could you hear my car? I'm like, why? Just to see. Like, why are you want to be 3 miles away and you think that it's gonna be okay if I hear you from there? Like, come on, bro. He was just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can still hear me.
Well, that's a fascinating experiment. I feel like we should conduct some research.
So ridiculous, bro.
In that field, man. That's fascinating.
I'm gonna get a Tesla and then put that sound effect on there. Deadass.
When you was a kid, did you ever have like a bike and then you put like a cannon thing on it and you felt nigga, my bike makes noises.
Facts. Let everybody hear. I know how to ride a 2-wheeler with no tricycles no more, nigga. Big facts. Actually, we didn't have a cannon. It was just you stuck something in between.
Oh, you use like a flat can of Coke.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the actual. There's an actual attachment that you put on it.
Real shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
I think it was
called a cannon. I think that was called.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So when you said can, okay, I thought you meant cannon. But yeah, it's like a cannon. It's like literally like a cannon that you put on there and it projects noise.
Of course. As if to tell people that your bike has an engine.
There's nothing exactly.
And it's your thighs. Just all kinds of downforce.
That's nothing but the rich kid stuff right there. That's all they were doing.
Yeah, I didn't even know about those.
Lame ass rich kids try to fit in, put a can on the fucking bike like you're a fucking idiot.
As if they didn't have a Maserati back at home or something. The fuck are they trying to fool?
But trying to fit in though, like it was like, hey guys,
I got a mountain bike too. Y'all got mountain bikes, right?
You ain't going nowhere. This nigga just gotta let the whole neighborhood know what he got for Christmas, nigga. We don't hear your shit, bro. All right.
When you used to bike, did your parents ever tell you like don't pass this area and this area, so they could be fucking watching you the whole time?
You know what's so crazy? And I'll say it when I get done with the thing because I got a story about like my cousin. She did that and then completely like damn near ruined her shit. It was crazy.
Okay, all right. It's intro.
Yo, what up, podcast people? It's the one and only legend of winning, aka Low. We back with another episode of Peer to Peer Podcast. Posting it every Monday and Thursdays. You already know what it is. But before I get further into the intro, let me kick it over to my co-hosts.
Yes, sir. Hey, today I'm feeling good, man.
The fact that you're gassed about this jacket that you have on right
this
now
a
is
hard
ridiculous.
jacket. You feel
You
me?
gonna let them see it?
Nah, not right now. There's too much to see. I gotta keep something in the tuck, man.
That's crazy. You know, they might not even be able to see me though.
Oh no, I thought I saw something back there. I was just gonna. Maybe a bug or something was back there. I'm bugging. My fault.
Yo, you're wild. You're wild.
Hey, man, what's good with y'all, man? Welcome back to the Peer to Peer Podcast.
This nigga said I might have to reach behind me, yo.
Hey, yo, Lo, I see you got your soccer trophies in front of you. That's dope.
I was about to say, because they might not even... Can y'all see me? Shit, my bad. My bad, man. Let me pour that out real quick. You know what I'm saying? Might have to pour it out.
Now they can see you, so explain.
It's not even all of them either. This is just the ones that I could handle when I came upstairs. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot right here. They got some weight to them. You know what I'm saying? They put a dent in the doggone table. Before we keep going though. What's up? Yo, shout out to everybody on Apple, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher. Shout out to everybody out there on YouTube hitting the subscribe button and of course going know the gang. And always shout out to my word of mouth people. I hit an all-time high on this today.
What happened? I missed it.
Pull it up.
Oh, snap. What's this on Twitter?
Pull it up.
Hold on. How do I keep missing it, bro? Every day I don't look at your shit. You're on some new shit now.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead and read the last 2 tweets.
Pretty Love's Pink, when are you gonna let me fly you out? No cap. Did you respond to that?
No, not yet, not yet.
Okay, and then you responded. You just double tweeted.
Yeah, facts.
5 minutes later, I guess. Get ready to put flying to Atlanta in your bio. Now, who the fuck does that? Who puts in their bio? They might tweet it. People put that in their bio?
Yeah, well, she I'm not saying she a vet, so she been in different, like, you go to her bio, like, it shows like the different places that she I guess she went to when she was in the Army. So I was like, yo, get ready to put Atlanta in there too, you know what I'm saying? I'll fly you out real quick, you know. Tickets are cheap, you know what I'm saying? Nothing
So wait, why'd you say you made major moves if she didn't respond yet?
Oh, I mean, well, she didn't respond in public yet. My bad, you know, my bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean, thank you for specifying.
Shit, that's crazy, but you know, that shit crazy.
I mean,
bro.
she sees you right now, all the soccer trophies, looking handsome as fuck.
You know, I just brought these up. I brought these up by accident. I didn't even want her to.
I could tell. They were in the box. The box accidentally came
that
upstairs.
Shit crazy, man.
But those are what? These are participation trophies?
Don't lift it. You might.
Oh, my bad.
It's too heavy.
I'll hold it by the base.
Oh, I got you. I'll help you up.
Marcel.
Oh, my bad. This shit heavy.
Stop moving it.
This shit heavy, bro.
Paris German Saints, under 12, fall 2001.
Yo, you done?
So that's participation trophy.
You done?
You participated in.
You done? It's shit.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, bro. This shit marble slab, bro. God damn. What's up with you?
Marble's not that heavy.
But no, I mean the marble and the gold on the top, bro.
That's real gold.
Come on.
If that was actually real gold, what would that be, like a $500,000 piece?
At least 1,000. At least 1,000. It's 24 karat right there.
Okay, all
24 karat. You know what's so crazy?
You
the
participated
one
in at least 3 seasons.
No, I'll be way more. But the one that I actually got a legit trophy for, like my name on it, and it has like an accomplishment and all that stuff. The man on the top of it fell off, so I don't have it.
Man.
So all I have is the bottom part of it now.
Oh, I've had that happen to one of my trophies.
That's tough.
You know they get these for like $1 or $2. Yo, why is this hat?
What's up with you?
I don't know why it was there.
They might even give them
like $1 or $2.
They might even get them cheaper than that. Dead ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which is crazy because it has marble and 24 karat gold.
That's what I'm saying. Like
That's a bargain.
Mad bargain.
Oh, you go to any jeweler, they charge you thousands for that.
This is my whistle right here when I used to referee.
Is that actually a whistle from when you used to referee?
Yeah, dead ass. I'm not even joking.
I dare you to put it on your mouth right now.
No, what? Yo, what? What?
Put it on your mouth.
Yo, stop. Please stop. Man, this is just a couple of them right here. Ain't nothing too crazy. You
don't want to flex or nothing like that.
Yeah, I want to
It's just
flex.
something humble.
It's
something humble.
crazy. Something like, you know what I'm saying? But, oh yeah, so the bike story. All right, so when we were younger, yeah, my aunt used to tell us all the time, don't leave. Like, it was like a cul-de-sac, and then it was like a stop sign that might have been 20 meters. That's what you call them, meters?
Yeah,
right?
meters.
20 meters, yeah.
That's mad short.
Okay, so let me
Probably like 100 meters. 100 meters is what
20 yards?
Usain Bolt always wins.
20 yards.
Sure.
Okay, is that what 20 meters is?
No, it's probably longer than that.
Okay, so like 20, so the house is here, house is in the front, and then it's like 20 yards going right, and then like 30, 35 yards going left. And it was just because that was the
That's
eyesight.
really small.
But you also had the cul-de-sac as well.
Okay.
So you had the cul-de-sac plus you can go one or another, right? So my cousin just dips, and nobody knows where she's at, and she's gone for a long time. So 20 minutes go, guy. 20 minutes goes by, 30 minutes go by, an hour, 2 hours. We trying to figure what's going on. So then the next door neighbor, we just see her pedaling along, and we ask her like, "Hey, you seen?" She's like, "Oh, no." I was like, "I mean, well, if you seen her, we just need to know where she at, because we ain't seen her in a second." She's like, "Well, don't." She told me not to tell nobody because y'all be mad. I was
man, she's a snitch.
Oh my god! Here's what gets worse though. She literally was on, like, it was a huge neighborhood, so she was like on another part of the neighborhood, and completely not even in the same vicinity, like a totally different street name, totally different neighborhood name, all that stuff. Like it just broke up that it was that big of a neighborhood, and she had rode her bike over like like the things that's on the ground where they pick like people, like the utility people, they just kind of like leave a box right there. Like I don't know if y'all have it in what you call it, but in here like they have like like the
On the
electrical
road?
box. No, it's in like some
In the
people's
grass.
yards and grass.
Oh
and
yeah,
like that.
okay.
She literally hit that and broke her leg.
Oh, and she said,
So the girl next door knew that she was over there with a broken leg. It was just like, you're not supposed to know where she's at. I'm like, nigga, what? So
wait, is it a girl or a guy?
Girl?
Oh, you said guy.
No. Well, if I said that, my bad. So I'm like, nigga, like, no, you need to tell us what's going on. So it's crazy. She doesn't really tell us. She just says, oh yeah, Kayla's over there. I'm like, okay. So then we go over there, and she's just like laid out, bike over there, 20 meters going left.
20 meters, okay.
Leg just split open, and she just laying on the grass crying. And we're just like, oh man, so you just never gonna know what's gonna tell us what's going on. So then,
did no one call the police?
No,
you just walked by her, drove by her, like that's normal.
Oh, she was in a cut in the neighborhood. Again, it wasn't like on the main road, and she was like dipped off in the cut.
Word.
So now we have to go back to the house and tell my aunt, yeah, your daughter is lifeless over here with a broken leg. So we had to get in the car and literally like pick her up and put her in the trunk because she couldn't the car wasn't long enough. She was like, this is like a full grown girl.
Uh-huh.
So we had to like pick her up and put her like kind of hang out the trunk and then go back to the house. And then they went to the hospital.
Tough. Have you ever had a bike injury?
I've never had a bike injury. You know what's so crazy? I didn't learn how to ride a bike until I was 7 or 8.
That's not that unnormal.
Okay.
Abnormal. I just made a word up because
Yeah.
I was a little abnormal. Yeah, I learned when I was like 5 though. And my dad just kept pushing me until one day, like I wasn't a bitch no more off the training wheels and shit. I was like, oh, I got this, Dad. And Dad's like, oh, you got it. And then I immediately fell. Nah, I one time I thought I was slick as shit. Feel me? You ever just feel like you're too slick? You be doing wheelies, one hand, hey, no hands, woo.
Well, we weren't riding bikes like that, no.
Oh, nah, that's what we was up to. And you know, I was passing the high school. I was on my way to I was at the time I was in elementary school, which is grade 1 to 8 in Canada. And I thought I was slick. So I'm like, let me just jump this curb. We don't stop for curbs here. And so I'm like, all right, man. And so I will go for the jump, and then I went too short, and the bike catches the curb, and my leg is like actually in between. So you know how there's a triangular part?
Yeah.
My leg was in between there, and it just fucking, and I was like, fuck. But I didn't break anything, but it was to the point where like I couldn't, like I had to stumble.
Yeah. And
it was very painful.
Yeah.
So then I go to school anyway because I have Ethiopian parents, and that's actually not an excuse to go back home. And no one believes that I'm fucking injured. Everyone thinks I'm just lying for some reason. I go home and I'm like, hey, Mom, can I get some crutches? And she didn't believe I was injured, at least not enough to get crutches. So I just walked around in all kinds of pain for a month because no one took me seriously because I decided I thought it was a good idea to jump a curb.
I hate that growing up when like you used to, what? I hate the fact that when you was like growing up and I used to sit there and I tell, what are you about to do? What the hell? Anyway, I hate the fact when I was growing up and I used to sit there and have to tell like my mom things and she just didn't believe me at all. Like there was like a stretch in my life where I used to tell my mom all the time, like I didn't, like my church shoes were like the wrong size. And I tried to like tell her like one size was like, okay, like one size was the right size, but the other size wasn't. And she just thought I was lying. She's like, you gonna wear them church shoes. Like you gonna wear them. Like I don't know why you think you're gonna get out of this. You gonna wear them. You ain't putting on no tennis shoes. And I'm like, but Mom, like, one is a different size than the other one. And she's literally like, she was looking at me like, is that the best slide you can come up with? I'm like, but no, seriously, like, this is uncomfortable for me. So like for at least a year and a half, I'm walking around like with my right foot comfortably in a shoe and my left foot hanging out of a shoe. And I'm just walking around like that, and I was just stepping on the back of my shoes. And my mom was like, Dad, serious, like, hey, what are you doing? You better put your foot, like, just like telling me repeatedly. I'm like, oh my God, Mom. So eventually I grow out of my shoes and now I'm in a size 10. I'm probably like 10 or 11 when I'm getting to a size 10. And then she one day looks at my shoe, one of the shoes, like, oh yeah, you probably gonna grow out of these. Yeah, this is a size 9. And so then we go to go to the shoe store, and then like she's trying to like show them the type of shoe I have to kind of get something close to it. And he looks at it, he's like, oh, so he needs like what, a size 8 or 9? She was like, no, he's actually going up a size, not going up a size like that. And she's like, well, yeah, because this is size 7. And then so she was like, what? So she looked at it and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, no, for years, just uncomfortable as shit in some church shoes because she thought I was lying. Ridiculous, bro.
You need to be less of a liar, bro. You painted yourself as a liar. You branded yourself as a liar. What'd you expect?
It was just by default too. She didn't even was faking concern. Like, oh, let me just see if he might be telling the truth. No, it was never that. Just literally years of agony and pain, just sitting there scrunching my big ass foot in a size 7.
Damn, you good, bro? You holding all that in?
Hurt, bro.
I can imagine.
He's hurt.
Is that why your foot looks so deformed now?
No, I doubt it. I just got big ass feet.
Oh.
You know what that means, right?
That means you got big hands.
Yeah, I literally measured my penis the other day, yo.
What'd you get?
I'm above 5. That's crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, right?
Wait, why is that surprising?
I thought it was like 3 or 4, so that's really crazy. Yo, when I saw the inches, I was like, yo, inches ain't shit. Like I thought an inch was like bigger than this. So I was like, yo, nigga, what's up? Nigga, I'm good. Like I felt good going into the measuring.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, because I got the text message like, yo, how big?
I can imagine you like as if like you're weighing in at a fight or something. You just sizing yourself up like I got this.
I was like, oh shit, this ain't nothing but an inch. Oh my god, dang, yo, that's dead.
You know, worst case, you could just flip it and oh, you guys don't have centimeters here.
That's but you know what's so crazy? On the ruler, like the little tape measure thing, the cloth one, I flipped it over and I saw it was centimeters. And I was like, oh, niggas in other countries could just get off with the biggest lie of all time, nigga. Because the difference between like 10 and like 13 is not that big of a gap.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can like fake it like, nah, my shit like, and he's like, oh, okay. And you be fucking me, and she be like, oh, that's about in the ballpark of a 13 centimeter or whatever. But I can't go from 5 to 8 inches. That's too big of a gap.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll definitely feel the difference between a 5 or 8.
What inspired you to measure your penis?
I got the question like, how big are you?
From who?
Huh? You asking too many questions.
Who, for real, who asked you?
Why
don't you just pull your dick out? If someone asks you that, they kind of want to see your shit, bro.
I had half the money to do so, but then again, I didn't know. I was like,
make sure it's hard though. Don't pull it out all limp and shit.
I bullshit. I was like.
Can you imagine she asked you that question? You put out your limp dick and it was
yo. I'm at. Wait, you know what'd be worse? If you had a hard on and she was like, oh, but like, get hard for me real quick.
Oh, no, you got to send her out the back door. Yeah, no, that's not it, man. That's a tough situation.
What I'm about to say. Oh yeah. Now when I got that question, I was like, I bullshit. I was like, oh, this
is that why you measured?
Yeah, it is.
So like, she asked you that question.
Yeah.
You got up to measure.
No. Came back. I just bullshit. I was like, oh, it's north of 5'6". So I didn't even know because I low key it's been a while since I actually measured it. So I was like,
so what doesn't fucking change length, my guy?
I think it does, like, especially when you fluctuate in weight.
No, it does not, bro. Only difference is when you're fatter, you have like more fat in your groin area.
Exactly.
So some of it's gonna be hidden.
So okay. So here's a question. Here's a question. Two fat niggas. Here's a question. Do you push back the fat? Wait, do you push back the fat to add an inch or two to it?
Without a doubt. You had to, bro.
Hey!
You have to.
Hey, you know what's so fucking crazy?
Bro. You have to.
I didn't do it this time.
Oh man!
But I was low key like, oh shit, this shit like a 7 right now.
Oh shit!
Oh my!
I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the low key benefits of losing weight.
Oh shit!
It's like it just feels like it increased. You feel me? Like it's been great, man.
Oh fuck, bro!
It's been really great.
Oh man! So now I feel excellent, bro. Because it's like, yo, if my shit this big, when I'm this big, if I just start losing some weight, like especially in the hip area, in the thigh area, oh man, it's gonna get just that much more bigger, bro. That shit crazy. Like not like that should be really the selling point for men to lose weight.
Why do people talk about that shit? Yeah, you know what
lead talk. That's the lead talking point. Hey yo, you know you lose an extra 30 pounds, you gain an inch or two.
Yo, and when you're fat, like your belly actually gets in the way of certain positions.
Exactly.
So if your belly was not there, then you could put in more words. Some of that has to be mentioned. It has to be mentioned when you're trying to motivate the kids.
It needs to, bro. It needs dead ass, no time, no cap, bro. It needs to. Because I'm telling you right now, bro, that'll be the biggest motivator of all time, nigga. If you tell a fat nigga, yo, your dick can grow an inch or two if you lose weight, nigga hit the treadmill immediately, nigga. Like, no cap. He go on a diet and all that shit, bro. Oh, fuck.
I don't think I've ever measured. I'm kind of curious now.
Yeah, you should just measure it. Just at least put it. Because at first I always used to grab different objects and put it next to it. just to get a ball.
Like it's the size of like a regular PC mouse.
I low-key, no. No.
It's the size of an iPhone XL.
You know what's even crazier though? She asked me for my girth, and I was like, I gotta tailor my shit. I gotta know the waist size.
What is she trying to fit it in? What the fuck?
Yeah, but apparently the girth is actually it's less a low key understatement of you know what I'm saying.
I've never been asked about the girth, man. Actually, I've never been even asked how long is your dick.
So you think I should have just whipped it out and just be like, there you go.
You should just cap really hard.
Nah. If I were gonna cap, I was gonna cap under.
Nah, I know.
I would be like, oh yeah, it's about a 3 or 4, just to see what she.
But she'll believe you though. She probably couldn't tell the difference, right? Because how many direct lines of sight is she gonna get? She might just be like, oh, that's 3. He putting in work with that 3 though. Real shit.
Hey, your voice just cracked when you said, hey, that's 3.
It's because I had some something in my throat.
Imagine she taking dick. She's like, oh, that's 3.
That'd be a good
one. That nigga working that 3. Oh fuck.
Yeah, you probably couldn't do nothing with 3 though.
But what are you just surprised her though? He's like, oh shit, there's no way this is a 3. Like she just like oh no, that's not a 3.
I mean, doing good with a 3 is like,
oh fuck,
that's like Spud Webb at the dunk contest. Feel me?
You gotta do some crazy magical shit.
Yeah,
you had to. There's no cap. There's no way you can get away with a 3, bro. Cause she'd be able to not feel that shit if it was a 3. She'd just be like, oh damn, there go 3 going again, bro.
Have your nickname on her phone. I'm going to 3's house tonight.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I'll be gassed when my dick, it kind of just slants on its own. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's in your pants and it just kind of.
Why does that gas you up?
Cause it's like yo, my shit that big. Like I can just normally you'll just hang, but then if it's crossed, I'm like, yo, this is crazy, nigga. Only niggas in the porno should be able to do shit like this, bro.
Wait, when your dick is not hard, it still slants?
Yeah, or when it's semi.
Wow. What? Why would it be semi? Semi means either coming from hard or going to hard.
Yeah, going to hard.
I don't know. I don't do this analysis though.
Well, that means that you're a grower.
What does that mean?
Like your dick is small when it's flaccid, but then it grows to be big when you get an erection.
That's how every dick works. What the fuck are you talking about?
Nah, some people are shower and a grower. A shower, more or less, your dick is the size it's going to be, even when it's hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that existed.
And then when you're a grower, you have a small dick, but then it grows.
Oh yeah, I thought that was everybody.
Everybody grows a little bit, but for the most part, like showers just have a fairly large flaccid penis.
Oh, I'm glad I'm learning this. Yeah, my shit more than doubles when I get hard. So I guess I'm one of those.
Oh man, but I can't wait till I start losing weight, bro. I'm just getting the gym and just.
Yeah, actually, for the first time ever, Lo came upstairs. I guess he was really feeling himself the other day and was like, "Man, about to hit the gym."
Facts, bro. I'm about to start.
I'm like, what got into this guy, man? You about to hit the gym? I never heard of Lo and a gym. Those words are not synonymous, man.
I'm gonna start.
Happy for you though, for real.
Facts, bro. Thank you.
So are you gonna follow through?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Facts.
Right after this pod, let's work out because I haven't worked out in 2 days.
Well, that's you, nigga. I got up early and I walked.
I mean, lifting.
Well, my legs are kind of sore, you know what I'm saying? But
you walked in this neighborhood? That don't even sound fun. There's too many hills and shit.
But that's kind of the point.
I guess, but
we've walked out of this neighborhood before.
And I hated it.
Oh my God.
I was miserable, man. I hate walking and running. There's actually no purpose to those activities. You just do them. Those walking and running should only exist within the scope of actually completing a real activity, like kicking a ball in the net or putting a basket in a basketball. All the way around. Basketball in a basket.
You good?
I'm straight.
No, but I mean, it's on which call though? It's
hot as fucking here. That's so odd. Let me just turn the cooling up real quick. Let me just.
You got this jacket on, this leather. Oh my God, you're so corny. I can't.
Let me just get that rope down. Can you hear me? This is the quality y'all wanted, right?
I can't.
Y'all be fucking with this quality and shit.
Oh, what's that right there?
Huh?
Oh, is that Tony?
Oh,
that Tony the Tiger on your fucking back?
Bro, back in the day, man, I used to leave the house like, I hope Tony the Tiger shows up at the mall today.
What?
Like, I was like, I just hope he just busts in. He's doing like a commercial or something at Centennial Mall. Like, I hope like there's for some. I just wanted to meet him very badly.
Oh my God.
Feel me?
This fucking podcast gonna get monetized off rip. Started with 15 minutes straight of dick talk. Oh,
that's great. That's a great start. Fuck. So let's talk about drugs now.
Stop.
No, I'm being so serious too. Let me tell you a quick little story, man. Actually, I've never told this story before because for a while I was going through it. Actually, I'm not on drugs. I don't know why I started the story like that.
Yo, come on.
Hey, yo, bro. So I had this headache when I was 13, right?
Okay.
And my like I was feeling it was in the morning, and there's no. When you have African parents, there's nothing you can say to not go to school. You could be like, "Mom, I got shot in the chest," and she'll be like, "I told you not to go outside that day. Now go to school." that's what that conversation will look like. So anyway, I'm like, "Mom, stop yelling, stop," because she was yelling, and she always be yelling, "Stop yelling, stop yelling, stop." She wouldn't stop yelling, and like my face dead ass got fucking pale. I don't know if you could imagine that. And it's because like, so I was just 13. I took this pill called Gravol. It's supposed to help with like dizziness or some shit like that. I guess I had a headache. I took it, and it made shit infinitely fucking worse. I don't know how to explain it to you.
Jeez.
And literally, I felt the impact of it for the next like 6 years. No exaggeration. Let me tell you how that shit went down. So I took the pill.
Off of one pill?
Yes. But the pill said you had to be 13 or older, and I just turned 13 like a couple weeks before. Oh man, I'm a perfect age to get over this fucking headache now.
Imagine a nigga popping, like waiting for him to turn 13 to start popping headache relief pills, nigga. Nigga.
So then I popped the shit, right? Man, going through it. Okay, so this is what it felt like, and I guess the fear. So it's kind of like it happened in episodes, and even when it wasn't happening, it would just be fear that like it's gonna happen again type shit. So this is what it feels like. I don't know how to explain it because I've never actually done any kind of drug in my life. But I can imagine like it had to have been something like shrooms, because let's say I'm looking up at the ceiling, right? The ceiling felt like it was kilometers in the sky. But at the same time, it was right in my fucking face. So my brain was in like pure overdrive, like it's about to explode. None of this is making sense mode. And it was like that all fucking night, to the point where I literally thought I was losing my mind and I was becoming insane. I was like, "Mom, take me to the hospital, take me to the hospital." I went to the hospital, and you know, in Canada, they don't actually charge you millions of dollars to pull up to the hospital. It was like $50, ambulance pulled up. And then doctor was like, "No, actually, there's nothing wrong with you." And I'm like, "Doc, that doesn't make any sense. I was losing my fucking mind." And so I actually quickly realized, first of all, that night, I gained like a ton of empathy for people with mental illnesses, because what I went through, I'm like, yo, if they even have to deal with a fraction of that, especially permanently, I can only fucking imagine. And I was like pacing a lot, and that was the only way I could keep my mind off of it. It was like I was trying to fight the thought of everything being extreme but very tiny at the same fucking time. No idea how to explain it. And like I would have these episodes where I'd wake up at night, and this happened for years after I took it. I would wake up at night and I wouldn't remember what I did, but my mom would be like, yeah, you woke up and you were freaking out, and for like 20 minutes we calmed you down, you went back to sleep. I was like, bro, how come I don't remember any of that shit? What the fuck is going on?
That sounded like you was on weed.
Do people sleepwalk when they smoke weed?
Not sleepwalk, but I've definitely like kind of lost track of time and didn't really understand what was like happening when it was going on. And I've had that same feeling where I was like high. I don't know if I told this story in the podcast, but I was high while I was working, and I walked to like a wall to help a customer out or something. And like the walk normally feels like it's just like, oh, like 20 steps. But like I literally got halfway through me walking, and I was like, I have not progressed at all. Like, what's going on? I just kept walking. And then immediately it was like, I'm there already. I was like, yo, nigga, what the hell?
But that's mellow and calm, right? Mine was like frantic, as if like
some people have that.
I was like, this is what I look like the entire time, and I was trying to fight like the thoughts. Yeah. Because how could this be thousands of meters in the air and in my fucking face at the same time? Made no sense. And so literally, I went to school. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do something and not remember it. And that was my fear. I was like, I'm just gonna do something. I'd like to the point where I was so paranoid. Where I was like, is my fucking pants like buckled? Like, is everything straight? Because I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do next and not remember. This shit was bugging me. And like, it happened like maybe 3 more times after that, and it lasted for like a few days. That shit is the fucking worst, man. No cap. I don't know how to explain. There's no real way for me to explain it to you. Everything on like, imagine your car went 800 horsepower. It can't. Okay. My brain was doing that.
But that's okay. That's similar to my story, like my weed story.
But yours sounded relaxing.
No, it wasn't.
Were you freaked out?
I was freaking out because I was freaking out more so because I knew I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing.
Which is smoking while you work.
I was on job, yeah.
Were you worried? Because this is what I was really worried about. It's probably what made it worse, that was going to be the permanent state. Because I had no evidence to believe that.
I knew it wasn't going to be the permanent state.
Oh, that's what I was worried about. I was like, is this going to be like forever? Like, am I going to have to fight this forever? And I'm like, I actually can't live like this forever. I could barely do it for a fucking night. So, yeah, that was genuinely the worst night of my life. And then what made it worse, and it was actually a line in American Terrorist 3, Lupe Fiasco, where he was referring to like, went to a doctor with a condition that he knows he has, and the doctor told him it didn't exist. And it made him feel worse about the situation. Yeah. And so when I heard that line, I was like, bro, that was me. How you gonna tell me what I just experienced did not fucking happen? That shit make no fucking sense. So I was asking everybody, Mom, do you know, and asking family, friends, like, bro, why did this happen to me? It make no fucking sense, because now I don't even feel comfortable sleeping at the next man's house, because I don't know when I'm gonna wake up and freak out and someone's gonna have to calm me down, and I wake up in the morning like, well, seems like I slept today. Oh my God. I swear to God, man, that was the worst fucking experience. And the only thing that helped was pacing. So now I understand why people that lost their mind walk back and forth frantically. Because it's actually just the physical act of doing something is the only thing that would take my mind off of it. Nothing else could fight that thought. So when my mom would be like, it's time to sleep, I'd be like, oh my, just the idea of being in the same position is like, it was like fucking warfare in my mind every moment. Don't think about it. I'm thinking about it.
It sounded like just anxiety took over for a long period of time.
It might have been what it is.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Because I did want to try hard drugs just to be like, was that what?
My God.
Like, I don't want to try shrooms or just LSD. Like, is that what like, just to have some.
I don't need to try none of that stuff out, because the trip I had when I was on weed that time, it was ridiculous. Because this is like literally my last week or so at my job before I quit. And
this is recent.
Over here. This is recent, yeah.
Oh wow.
Like basically a year
ago. At Sherman-Williams?
Yeah, allegedly. So I'm there, and one of my coworkers, he's smoking like a dab pen, and I'm thinking like, I've never had a dab pen before, so I'm thinking it's just like regular weed, but it's like the oil. But I'm thinking like, you just smoking like regular weed. So he's like, oh, no, come on, do it. Like, you about to quit anyway. I'm like, all right, say less, of course. So normally when I smoke, especially if I'm not smoking a lot, I'll just inhale 2 really good puffs. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. I hit the button. No, I actually did the first one. I was like, and I was like, oh, this is light. You know, they're not crazy because I thought I was going to cough. Mm-hmm. So then the second one I said, start coughing like crazy. And I handed it back to him. He was laughing at me. He's like, yo, that's crazy. And you know the episode of Dave Chappelle where, what's his name?
Well, he was in the limo in the hood at night.
Yeah, he was like, yo, I didn't know you got wet. That's basically the same conversation. He's like, yo, man, yeah, that's strong because I didn't know you got down like that because that's straight THC. I was like, nigga, what? I was like, no, that's what that oil is. There's nothing but THC and ain't nothing else to balance it out. And then from that moment on, it's the highest I've ever been in my life, allegedly.
Of course.
So I'm literally just sitting there and I'm like, all right, it's cool though. It's a weekend. Ain't nothing gonna go crazy. Like, we're not gonna be crazy busy, nothing like that. So we just chilling. Mm-hmm. As I do that, I go in the back, sit down. I sit down for probably 2 to 3 minutes. Somebody comes and I stand up and I'm through. Like, I'm fucking done. Mm-hmm. Like, things that normally would I'm in my mind that would take me like 10 seconds to just go, like, to walk from the back to the front. Mm-hmm. It feels like an eternity. And then as soon as I get there, it's there. I'm already there.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there hearing people talk to me and like they're talking and I'm trying my hardest to remember 2 words they said before the word they're on right now. And to the point where somebody probably asked me a very simple question. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if we can help you with that, ma'am.
Like, do you guys have paint?
And I was like, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to help you. So then the guy who's working with me, my coworker, he said, I got to use the restroom real quick. And I start freaking out. But I didn't want to sing. I wanted to sound cool. I was like, okay, yeah, you got it. Yeah, you go ahead and go to the bathroom real quick. He probably was in the bathroom a minute, like someone normal. But I'm in the back pacing, going crazy, like, oh my God, if somebody comes in here and they sees me like this, I don't know what's going to happen because I don't even know how to function right now. Like, I don't know what's going on. And I hear him coming back out. I rush to the front to act cool again. And then he sees me as he comes to me. He's like, oh, you high as hell. I'm like, yeah, bro.
Something like
you
that.
You know how that go. And then the last thing I remember, there's 2 things I remember. The lady who asked me to go walk to the wall with her where all the paint color chips are. Mm-hmm. Again, it takes me like 10 to 20 steps to get there. I swear, in the middle of me walking, I thought to myself, why am I not there yet? Like, why is it taking me so long to get to this wall?
Yeah.
And as soon as I was like, it felt like I was far. And I literally looked behind me to feel like, holy shit, like, I'm this far already? Like, what's going on? And I turned around, I was already there. I was like, nigga, what the fuck is going on? Then I had to tell my coworker, like, yo, let me go chill out real quick and let me go in the back. He's helping out a customer. Let me go outside real quick. Let me go chill out real quick. I go outside, lay in the car, put the seat back, get back up, go in the back, pace around, go in the bathroom, wash my face, come back inside. And this nigga is still dealing with the same customer. So I'm like, nigga, like, is it taking this long? He's like, no, he just gave me his color number real quick and I'm about to go put it in right now. I'm like, nigga, you haven't even checked him out yet? Like, what the fuck is going on?
What if you were just moving in very, like, you were like the Flash, basically, and time was slow for everybody else?
It was just, I don't know, but it was just like I've never been that high before and I was freaking out.
Yeah, that don't even sound remotely enjoyable.
But I think part of it was just me being paranoid because I was doing something. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Your anxiety probably took over for like a huge portion of it because I was very anxious and I guess paranoid.
There's one thing when you smoke weed though, because you kind of expect to see or do some dumb shit or just be out.
I've never been that high though, so I wasn't expecting.
Maybe not to that level. That is a lot. But when I take some fucking headache medication, I'm kind of expecting to be sober. So I was just like, is this my new state of mind? Am I gonna be battling demons every moment for every day of my life?
That'll be tough, bro. That would be tough.
Yeah. So anyway, that was the worst experience ever. And like, even when I didn't take it though, like I would randomly get those episodes. It happened like a few times since then. But then by the time I was like in grade 11, grade 12, I guess I just never experienced it anymore. Every once in a while, like every 6 months, I'll have a moment like that. But I'll defeat it real quick, you know, because I'm nice with it now. I'll defeat it really, really quickly.
All right, we got to get into actual some topics because we've already been recording for over 40 minutes.
We talked about penis size and
getting high.
Yes.
The one thing we definitely got to talk about is the mixer.
Oh yeah,
we got to talk about that.
Oh yeah. So out of nowhere, Mixer, the company that I was actively trying to get a bag from, is out of bags because they partner with Facebook now. So they're trying to get all their streamers over onto Facebook, which means that the people that got paid the big money, like the Ninjas and the Shrouds, are now out of a platform. And they're, I guess, from what we're hearing, they're free to stream on whatever platform they want. So I'm not gonna lie to you, the numbers I heard about what Ninja got paid was way more than what was reported online. Way more. I didn't hear anything about Shrouds, but when I heard from Ninja, I was like, that's it? Everyone else was like, whoa. And I was like, I don't know. The number was a lot higher from what I heard from a couple people. Besides the point.
So it was higher than 30?
Way higher.
Wow.
Yeah. On some Joe Rogan type shit.
Jeez.
Yeah. So Ninja got the little $30 million buyout. He had an option.
The little?
Just a little itty bitty bit.
Right.
$30 million buyout. Shroud got his $10 million.
We millionaires too.
My bad. Shroud got his $10 million buyout, and they both had offers to double that on Facebook. And I'll say this though, Facebook is not only a dope platform, but it has an algorithm that'll push viewers to you, and it has an already existing audience. So you don't have to actually bring all your people there. Even if people aren't willing to fuck with you, the way like when Ninja went from 40K on Twitch to 9K on Mixer, like you could grow an audience there. You can't really grow an audience on Mixer. Didn't have enough of a base to do that. Facebook could allow you to do that. They monetize their platform. When it comes to the legal aspect, you know how Twitch is about to get railroaded.
Yeah.
Facebook is prepared with that kind of stuff. No, they're no YouTube gaming, but they're a good competitor. But who's not going to take 30 million right now and then back on Twitch, build your brand?
So that's the question I was going to ask you. What would you have done? Would you have doubled down to get the potentially 60 plus mil?
It's a no brainer. You're going on Twitch, and I genuinely mean this. And I believe this with 100% certainty. And I could be wrong, but I believe this to be true just based on what I know. I think Ninja's making more off YouTube than he was off Twitch, even when he was hot on Twitch. So if you can get hot on Twitch again, that's going to benefit your YouTube. And think about how he's positioned his YouTube. Daily uploads, long ass videos with plenty ads, and he probably has the best CPM on all YouTube next to the MKBHDs. He keeps his content clean. He's positioned himself so flawlessly that if all his ads were reserved, I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised if he had auction ads.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you, because I saw what's your man name on Twitch that you always listen to?
Dr. Respect?
No.
Devin Nash.
Devin Nash. I
haven't watched his videos yet.
But no, I was listening to him explain how much money like someone like Pokemon makes. Pokemon, excuse me. And when he was explaining it, I then transitioned to like, oh, so Ninja was making, at his peak, was probably making over 30 million on Twitch and YouTube alone.
I'd be, if it wasn't more than that at his peak, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, so, and that's not even counting. I'm not talking about sponsorships, nothing like that.
No,
just simply off of whatever you would normally make off of streaming, donations, et cetera, subs, and then AdSense. So if he was just making 30 million anyway, I agree. I don't know if I would double down and try to go to Facebook. I don't really know too much about Facebook. I know you said it's a very legitimate platform. However, I agree. I would just go back to Twitch and get similar revenue and then just keep it pushing. Even if it's not the same, because I know a lot of people are trying to figure out, well, why would he do that? Well, largely because when you get a $30 million contract, especially as a content creator, is a little bit of
No, the contract was more than 30 million. 30 million was the buyout.
But the reason why you would do the contract, the reason why he was doing the contract, even though he might have been making more similar money on YouTube and streams, is because it is consistent and guaranteed money. And I think for a lot of people, especially those who've been doing it for a while, it is gratifying to just know that, that you're worth that much. Like in an open market, that's the type of money that you can get. And I do believe is a form of gratification that comes along with the idea that I can just have this guaranteed money for a fact. So I think that was a driving force to why he went to it. But now that he has it, $30 million is like, that's not only life altering, but potentially like generational wealth if you control it correctly.
Not potentially, it's 100% generational wealth.
I've seen ball players just blow through money.
Yeah, but Ninja's not fucking going to parties every single. He's with his wife most of the time. He's not fucking streaming anyway. So
I'm just saying. we've seen people blow 30.
That's true.
So all I'm saying is, yeah, I agree. I would not have. If I'm in Ninja's situation, I can make 30 mil. Maybe not in 1 year's time, but definitely in a year and a half to 2 years time. So it's not like something I need to necessarily, pivot off from or anything like that. And on top of that, the comeback on Twitch may be crazy. I mean, what we saw what Flight did.
Maybe. It will be crazy.
Oh, yeah, probably. But we saw what Flight did when he just bigged up the whole idea and then he just dropped 1st of June, 70 plus, almost 80K viewers.
Comeback streams themselves do really well. Maybe the next stream is going to do really well. It'll eventually level out. But I remember when Dr. Disrespect, I think he was suspended or something, left for a while, came back, did like 300-something thousand.
Crazy.
He was like king of Twitch, the face of Twitch, etc.
Yeah,
Ninja could potentially be that guy again.
Yep.
It's not even. I don't even think Ninja and Shroud thought to themselves for a moment, like, oh, how about this Facebook thing? I don't even think it crossed their mind.
I don't think it did either.
Because all the brands that work with them all want them to go to Twitch because they're going to see more eyeballs there. Themselves, I wouldn't be surprised if they were making most of their money on, the biggest revenue stream for them was either brands or YouTube. Probably brands for Ninja. I don't know how well.
Definitely brands.
I don't know how well Shroud is doing the brand thing. Probably not as well as Ninja. Ninja's whole room is brands. His fucking Red Bull, everything that. So, first of all, wow, could we have had 2 more role models? Like, think about that. For every other content creator on earth. How they help change the game. Ninja specifically, because he's been doing this shit for a fucking while. Yep. How he's been able to stay relevant this whole time and secure the biggest of bags. Yep. Think about that. When him's Shroud moved to Mixer, that got Tim the Tatman paid at Twitch. It got Nick Merckx paid at Twitch. Yeah. It got Disguised Toast paid at Facebook. Everybody's courage went to YouTube. Valkyrie went. Everyone's getting paid out the ass. It started with Ninja, and they were part of their check to Ninja.
But see, and I think, and again, I talked about this about Kenny, but it goes for anything. Like when you're the first person who is going out there setting the path, not only do you figure out your worth, but you set the tone for how everybody else assesses the same, whatever you want to call it. Everybody else is being assessed the same way that you are. So now everybody else knows their value as well. Because I think especially as a content creator, when we're dealing with the same sponsorships, I get it. People don't want to be transparent about how much money they make, but sometimes it's just good to let people know what's the ballpark. So if I get lowball, I get that. Yeah. But if I get lowball, then I understand how I need to counter it and stuff like that. What I need to have a conversation with. And we said this before. If fucking sponsorship A is giving me $300 and sponsorship B is giving me $200. But then you take sponsorship A when they only giving you $50, then that really fucks me over.
It does,
too.
And that happens a lot to me.
That's what I'm saying. So it happens a lot, but I think a lot of it just has to do with people not being, of course, you ain't got to say exact number, but people not being transparent about it and people being potentially even ashamed that I'm only getting 50 and you're getting 200. When the reality is, especially with people like me and you, I would just tell you to you need to at least get over 100, 150. Like, don't take the fucking 50 because they giving me way more than that. But those are conversations that people don't want to have. And since the conversation was public with Ninja's contract, and maybe not completely public because people didn't really know the exact number, but people were definitely guessing. Now everybody else knows their value to a certain degree as well.
And that means like one of the agents or something purposefully leaked that because it was unbelievable how fast everyone figured out the exact buyout number. That means somebody went another way to leak that purposefully to the public. But if you remember, Lo, before all of that Ninja, whatever happened, I got signed to Facebook. And so everyone's like, why is Agent on Facebook? You know what I'm saying?
Don't even do it.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not gonna lie, those days, they were fucking brutal.
Nigga, Bill Russell just replied to Dom 2K.
What did he say?
Dom 2K a few days ago said, going to be weird this year seeing someone other than Bill Russell hand out the Finals MVP trophy. And then Bill Russell said, wait, did I miss something?
Bill Russell said he's coming in a hazmat suit if he has to. He gonna hand that fucking trophy over.
Yo, Dom better screenshot this and literally put it as
I put that shit up on my fucking wall if I had Bill Russell respond to me.
That's crazy.
Technically, I had Kareem respond to me on fucking.
No, stop. That is.
Yeah, that was iconic. Probably the greatest video I ever dropped, man. I should post that reaction. No, you know what? No cap. That belongs on there. On my wall of fame right there. Next to my Keemstar Ninja drama. $5 bill someone gave me for a VC. Man, and my dean's list. The day I realized I was dropping out of school.
Okay. So, so anything else you want to say?
So yeah, Facebook was paying out the ass and money that made no sense to me. I literally, no exaggeration, was getting paid more from Facebook than I did off of YouTube.
Crazy.
And so it's like what we do.
Talk about a king.
What we do, there's no consistency in it. You feel me? Like 1 month is gonna be high as shit. Next month, for whatever reason, it could be apocalypse, it could be pandemic, it could be advertisers weren't feeling it, it could be down season, it could be whatever. It could be my views are down. It could be a plethora of different fucking reasons. Maybe my channel's getting demonetized, but now my money's down. And by a large mark, I've had months where like the next month divide my number by 5, and that's what I'm making that month. And so it's.
But this month, multiply that motherfucker by 3 or 4, and then CPM. I don't know what's going on YouTube. They must have fucked up on something.
I think it's just because they're more strict. More people that get demonetized, the less ad inventory. I mean, like the bigger the ad inventory, so the people that do get ads get good ads.
I'm not complaining because I'm not one of them.
So,
oh man.
So yeah, it's such a man. There's no like. You're always on edge when you're a content creator because you know that the next video you drop could be your last relevant video. At any moment, you could fucking fall off. And not just in terms of clout, but in terms of your money, in terms of everything. Everything could go downhill at any moment.
Yeah.
So to get a consistent check, oh man. Because right now, I'm fighting like brand deal. Like I had to get that. Yeah. And I had to execute that video. Like if I don't upload, I'm not getting paid. That's how this shit fucking works.
Yeah.
And so when the streaming thing I did like a couple months ago, you said, what? I had to do it for a month? Oh, man, count me in. I'm getting the fucking bag. There's no ifs, ands, what's about it. I'm securing this shit.
Facts.
So it's just nice to be able to have that. And so I feel like they had that for a while. And so they know what that's like. But I feel like their heart's over at Twitch, especially because Ninja was there at the beginning of the shit with Justin TV and Shroud. When Shroud left, Shroud was the guy people would go to when a new game came out. Regardless of the game, if it was a shooter, it could have been a MOBA. If Shroud was playing it, you'd go watch Shroud play because his aim was so incredible. He'd just be the best person on day 1. On day 7, on day 30, he'd be the best one. So that's who I'd want to watch play. Him and Dr. Disrespect because he's just funny. So when Shroud left to Mixer, there was actually a huge void.
Yeah.
When Valorant comes out, who the fuck are we gonna watch on Twitch? And so I was waiting to see if there was gonna be the next like dominant person, and there wasn't really. Depending on the game, there was game specific people that blew up for some games that came out or whatever, but nobody ever filled the void that Shroud left when he went to Mixer. So I have no doubt Shroud's gonna come back doing fucking incredible numbers. Facts. And I think Ninja's gonna make a splash at first. I'm curious to see like what number of his viewers that didn't move over to him with Mixer are now like huge Tim the Tatman fans because they played a lot together. So if they preferred to stay on Twitch, they might have watched Ninja play through Tim the Tatman or through Courage, who's now on YouTube. It's such an interesting like dynamic. Feels weird. Like I just found like Fwiz added the person that you're supposed to reach out to. Like he's like, if you guys you're on Mixer and you're looking for a place to stream at this person. So I was like, oh snap, I'm gonna send this guy a pitch. I'm on YouTube. I could just start a stream up right now, but I would like to see if I could pay for that.
Facts.
And on some real shit, I get paid more on streams than I do on a video that release, and it's no contest.
Which is ridiculous.
For whatever reason, on streams, donations is really high on YouTube. I haven't even done the you know the $5 a month thing you could do.
No,
I forgot what they call it. It's not called sponsorships. It is sponsor. Okay. So you can. There's different tiers to it, kind of like subscribing on Twitch. And on top of all of that, you can have your own donation link. Run this, run that. I'm telling you, man. If I stream consistently, I can make way more money than actually releasing videos. And so I've actually been interested in streaming more. Plus, it's very lit, especially when we do like events or whatever. I just can't convince myself to stream just for the fuck of it with nothing actually going on. I don't
especially because this year's 2K is straight trash.
Yeah,
but I think that But the biggest thing for me is just having more eyes on what they were doing before, like you said. And I think that definitely be a driving force for why anybody would just want to go back to Twitch. Because if they can continue to build their brand and just continue to, set new milestones with viewership, I think that's, in the long run, just a way better plan than just trying to double up your money real quick, especially if you can end up making that type of money, down the road regardless.
But what happened to Mixer Low is actually going to happen soon to a lot of streaming websites that didn't already fail. Like D-Live, I don't even know if that shit is alive anymore. I have no doubt in my mind Caffeine is going to go down because they did get the big, I think they got like 60 million or something big from Fox, but that's, I'm sure, going to go down the drain because it's like acquiring new people, especially that stay on the website long term, is very challenging for streaming. Incredibly challenging. You have to be willing to offer something unheard of. But all of that stuff already exists on the platforms you're competing with. So, like, Mixer tried the strategy, proved to everybody that just getting the biggest players. Ninja and Shroud were the two biggest at the time on Twitch. Did not work. Actually, I guess Tfue was up there, but whatever. That did not work. So what's the next strategy? I don't know. But I know soon, in a year, 2 years, 3 years, Caffeine's going to be gone. All these sites that's popping up, they're all going to be dropping like flies. And then now, like, you have to keep in mind, like, they have to deal with DMCA attacks from fucking Warner and Paramount and all these companies coming at their fucking throats. And then now content ID stuff. Who's going to want to advertise on your site if you don't have systems to monitor what's safe? All you need is one person that says something real fucking reckless. Somebody clips it, sends it to a brand, and now you have a whole debacle. So it's going to be difficult to come up in the whole video content streaming game from now on.
So you think it's just always going to be not always, but
Google,
Facebook,
Twitch.
YouTube. Yeah.
Because think about it. Facebook's huge, cool. YouTube's backed by Google, and Twitch is backed by Amazon. If you're not backed by one of the biggest companies on earth, even Microsoft backed Mixer, and they still failed. So think about that.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
So yeah,
Facebook is a big winner out of this, by the way. Huge winner. Huge winner. Huge winner. Huge. All of the bets that Mixer made, Facebook benefits off of it partially, even though they didn't have to take those risks. On top of that, Facebook streaming has actually been fucking growing at a steady rate. I don't think it has what it takes to beat YouTube, but they could fully fucking prove me wrong. They've made a lot of improvements in the 2 years they've been alive. I think Facebook is going to consume a lot of the Mixer streamers. I don't know if you heard, but they're like they're willing to give like $2,500 to Mixer streamers if they can meet some requirements. So I'm sure plenty of Mixer streamers are going to hop on Facebook. Plus, if you were streaming on Mixer instead of Twitch or YouTube, then you probably don't like to go to the biggest site anyway. So Facebook would by default be your next most relevant home.
But you wouldn't want, if you're Facebook, you wouldn't want a whole bunch of semi-relevant people on your platform.
You would. They paid us.
I get that. But what I'm saying is you wouldn't want it like in the sense of, because if you're trying to compete with Twitch and YouTube, you need a big player in that conversation.
You don't.
I think you do.
No, because you could create the big player. Ninja was created on that site.
But I don't think anybody will be created through Facebook.
Yes, they have.
Who?
Stone Mountain was the first example. If Stone Mountain didn't exist, I don't think Facebook gaming would be alive. Because that guy was pulling 4,000 live viewers on Facebook. And I was like, when I went to that Facebook orientation in LA, I was like, man, I don't know how this shit can go, but I mean, the money's nice. So let's see, right? I want to, put my best foot forward. Stone Mountain was there. And I was like, wait, pause. This guy right here is pulling 4,000 live fucking viewers on the site. And they just started this gaming shit. So he was just technically using Facebook Live. It wasn't no gaming. He was doing that. Now his numbers are even higher. I think there's somebody doing like 8, 9, 10,000 per now. I'm telling you,
those are good. Those are great numbers. But when I'm saying, I'm talking about of the 25+K consistently type of numbers.
But they'll get there. I genuinely believe Facebook will get there.
I don't know if because then that means that someone would have to be leaving. Well, how are they sharing their content? So are they uploading it on YouTube?
What are you referring to?
Are they getting their clips and uploading it on YouTube?
They can.
Okay.
I don't know if how contracts change, but that's possible. But
that would be the only way to convince people to, like, if you just told people from another platform that already has a good stream of people coming in and out, to convince them to just be acknowledgeable. Because that's the thing. I don't think enough people are even aware of what Facebook is doing.
Yeah, I agree. And Facebook's actually, of any social platform, the hardest to convert to. Because you're converting from anonymous to actual fucking real life.
Exactly.
And a lot of people aren't comfortable with that. So If you have a huge audience on YouTube, I think you could successfully convert a lot of those guys to Twitch.
Agreed.
But you would severely struggle doing that on Facebook.
Agreed.
Because a lot of people, especially younger, what the fuck is Facebook? I grew up with Facebook, so for me, it makes sense. But if you're like 15, you're not thinking about Facebook as a real thing. That's some shit your fucking mom uses.
Exactly.
So that's a challenge, but that's also going to be your audience on Facebook. And so the way they promoted Facebook streams when I was there, I don't know how it is now, was when you finished watching the video, the stream would be up next. You know what I'm saying? But the viewers are very fleeting. Twitch is really the only platform where viewer retention is retardedly high. On YouTube, it's kind of high, but on Facebook, it's like once you finish your Fortnite game, like half of the people might be out of there. And so when you start your next game, you had to build it back up. But it's the algorithm. If the algorithm's like, oh, how did you just lose half your fucking viewers? They might stop promoting you, and that's what happened. So at the start of the stream on Facebook, you get a lot more traffic, and as the stream went on, it wouldn't promote you at the end of videos as much anymore because you keep losing fucking viewers. But that's just the nature of the game, and it didn't recognize that because the algorithm wasn't as inept back then. But anyway, what I'm optimistic about is that there's plenty of ways to win. And so if you are a streamer or you are someone creating content, you could really be doing, like, there's no excuses at this point. There's too many bags being thrown. There's too many opportunities and windows. Man, we done seen so many. Who would have fucking thought, Lo, out of nowhere in 2K20 dry ass game that Nick's Click would fucking blow the fuck up the way he did in a genre that we all believe to be valiantly dead?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? There's an opportunity there. Like the guy that stole your video idea, there was an opportunity there.
You good?
So what I'm saying is there's too many opportunities for people to be on the fucking sidelines.
He's blowing up with 40-minute videos too.
Exactly.
Which is the shit that just doesn't make any sense.
At all.
Like every single like equation on how to make it on YouTube, uploading 2K. If somebody told you, yo, upload 40-minute MyGM videos,
I'd be like, maybe in 2014.
There'd be nobody who would even like, oh, of course I'll do that.
Sounds like a valid. I watch those.
Nobody.
But people watch those.
Which is crazy.
So that's what gets me excited. And then to see Ninja and Shroud secure the fucking bag gets me excited. Because I want to go out there and secure some bags quite like that one day. And so they let me know this shit is possible. I can't see two fucking people do it low and still believe it's not meant for me. Oh no, I'm gonna get the bag now.
Facts.
So I'm working my way towards it. You feel me? And so I'm excited for them. I'm excited for myself. I'm excited for everybody else on these platforms. Grind. Don't miss your opportunity. That's real shit.
Facts. Don't miss it because it's there. Hold on.
Oh no. Oh no. What is that?
First try, and you're such a hater. You are the biggest hater of all time. You're the biggest hater. Because when you make it, I go crazy. But the fact that, and I'm further than you. When you make it, I go crazy.
Think about it.
Stop. Shut the fuck up. I can't. You're a hater.
You had a clear line of sight though.
Nigga, you're closer than me. Yo, you're such a hater. And you was about to,
when you had that shit, I was like, man, I dare you to make that shit. I dare you to make that shit. Nigga, I done went fucking 3 for 100 on these podcasts. I dare you to go 1 for 1. Yo, he missed that shit. He's capping.
Wow. Nah, you're a hater.
See me, man.
No, you're a hater.
Congratulations on your hair.
You didn't go crazy or nothing.
I'll get crazy right now. You damn me up.
You're crazy. No, you're the biggest hater.
Crazy. I'm trying to show you love right now.
Don't ever call me the biggest hater because he's the biggest hater.
No, you are. You was hating.
The amount of times
right before the podcast.
Stop. The amount of times that I go crazy when you make a doggone bucket and you can't go crazy for me because I went 1 for 1.
But would you get crazy?
And you were literally about to critique my form.
I was like, look at that fucking shitty form.
You're ridiculous. I have my elbow tucked.
At this point, I'm gonna go crazy when you miss because you shooting 100% now.
Yes, see, the biggest hater of all time.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit is truly impressive. I had 0 expectations. Maybe that is the correct form. Maybe I've been doing it wrong this whole time. Huh? You show me.
You might as well do it.
Oh no, because this will spill out, so I can't actually throw these. Proud of you, man.
But if you make it, you can work with it.
No, like on its way there, it's gonna spray everywhere.
No. If you do the right form.
If I get no spiral,
no spiral, ain't gonna spill nothing, bro.
Nah, I'm not gonna take that risk. That's actually, I was genuinely not only surprised but pissed at myself in one moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a hater, biggest hater of all time.
So let's talk about this whole NBA comeback, man.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's gonna come back. To be honest with you, I'm gonna say it right now.
I think it will.
So people out there who don't know, well, I'm pretty sure many of y'all know, NBA season is supposed to be coming back by the end of July. To be specific, July 30th. However, leading up to the season coming back after they canceled it due to the pandemic we have right now, they are trying to test people. They're testing a whole bunch of players before they come in, of course, taking precautions and making sure everything is set up for training camp and then transition, have a nice smooth transition back into the NBA. Because of this, though, there's been a lot of players who've been testing positive. So, and also, well, before we can get to that, there's also been a lot of players who've been dropping out just because of various reasons with their family.
Family and shit.
Avery Bradley's one of them. Trevor Reeves is another one. And there's
Trevor Reeves' situation is fucked up.
Yeah, it is. Very much so. And there's a couple of other players who've been, still kind of back and forth on the fence about if they're going to come back or not either. But the one thing today, or really over the past 2 days, has been a lot of players have been testing positive. Nikola Jokic was one of them. Let me pull up it. But I as soon as I saw Jokic, I was like, oh man, if Jokic of all players is testing positive, like that's a big enough name that could like severely screw.
I don't think so.
Someone.
I think they just played through it regardless. Not the players that have it, but I'm saying the league. Like if you're missing a player because of it, then just can treat it.
Oh yeah,
like
they're going to play it. Yeah, I mean the only way they would stop it is if LeBron didn't. If he
that would be what. Yeah. If LeBron should actually be talking to zero people right now. They should have him in the shoe. Like he should have no human communication until he plays. Because if LeBron gets it, man, the season's done.
For real done. The season is already done. Who else got it? The only thing that really Alex Lynn tested positive.
Oh, I didn't hear about
Buddy
that.
Hill tested positive.
Whoa.
Jabari Parker tested positive. Who else tested positive?
Wow, actually
Malcolm Brogdon tested positive.
Oh, I heard him.
Yeah, so there's a handful of players, and this is all within like the day that we're recording right now. So yeah, there's a handful of players who are testing positive, and I think the one thing that a lot of people, because I see a lot of people just sitting there saying like, oh no, they'll just like they'll test positive and then they'll let the virus pass 2 weeks before the season starts. I think a lot of people don't understand that there's individuals, and not just players. There's people out there who tested positive, had it, and then their respiratory system was damaged severely in the process. So it's not just that you get it and you pass it and you're just moving on with your regular everyday life. We're talking about athletes of the highest caliber potentially having damaged respiratory systems.
That being said, though, like there is going to be like the Anderson Varejao who dealt with blood clots where it might be a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
But if you're an NBA player, you're in the best position to be able to not only survive it, but not even be affected because you're healthy as shit. Unless you're like PJ Tucker, like you're really healthy. Feel me? Why
would you say that with PJ Tucker?
He's a little
Why
plump.
you had me like, oh yeah, PJ Tucker, yeah.
He's a little plump.
Stop, please stop.
Not on some no joke shit. There's plenty of football leagues. Did I say it right? I don't want European audience to be like soccer. You know how they go.
Okay, all right.
Soccer. Why do you guys call it soccer? Do you know the game is played with your feet? Who cares? We're referring to the same thing, man. Words are used to describe and identify things. We do the same thing with it, man. Yeah, you can call me by the wrong name. If I'm used to being called that name, what do you need? Like, we're not gonna fight about how it's pronounced. Trust me. Anyway, besides the point, plenty of leagues started back up. So that's what makes me confident that I don't think the NBA is gonna. Because even if you lose somebody, that's kind of life right now. So you're gonna have to fucking play through that. Now, if it was LeBron, that might be a different story. It could be Anthony Davis, and I still think people can keep pushing.
I was gonna ask you that. How far down the line do you think it'd have to be?
It would have to be top 3 player, and even it had to be LeBron. No, it has to be LeBron. If Giannis gets it, I genuinely think people will be like, let's keep this shit going though.
But I'll say this though: if Giannis gets it, nobody, and I mean nobody's going to care about the season.
Why?
Because if you're taking out one of, if not the best players,
the season's going to have an asterisk regardless of how you play.
I know, but it's going to have the asterisk is going to get so.
I agree.
It's like nobody's not going to care at that point. People are going to care because it's something to watch. But they're not going to count it. They're just not going to.
I agree. But NBA probably doesn't give a fuck because they kind of just want to make money right now.
Agreed.
So, and I kind of just want to watch basketball right now. So I don't care what the asterisk looks like. I kind of just want to see those.
It's facts.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up with you, bro?
I'm actually trying to cut it out of my vocab. So that's why
But yeah, I don't know. I'm getting to the point where if more and more people do test positive, even though we're going to have some weeks in between, training camp and start of the season, I'm still becoming. I'm not as hopeful as I once was, because now it's starting to it's starting to dawn on me, like, if you're an athlete, why even put yourself at risk at something like that?
Because it's your job and that's what you love to do. Imagine.
I get that, but it could be something that, I understand you saying people are at peak health conditions.
Yeah.
But just the possibility of you having damaged yourself to a point where you can no longer play.
But think about it, like, your kids are eventually gonna have to go back to school. There's still gonna be a risk out there. They said that an optimistic outlook was at the end of the year they might have something, but even then, to be able to mass produce it, I'm telling you, it's gonna be sometime like mid next year. And like, you can't. Like, Ronaldo put his family on an island. So unless you're short of doing that, unless you have your own private island like Ronaldo, then there's going to be some risk. And your kids are going to have to go to school. You might have like a homeschool teacher, but she's going to live with you because she has to go places too. Or he.
Yeah, shout out to everybody out there who has been affected, though, because I definitely, I'm blessed to be in a situation where I can make money at the house and never have to leave.
Real shit.
So yeah, I don't even know, and luckily, not too many people in my family have been affected by it that much, especially my immediate family. My brother is out of work, but he getting them checks, unemployment checks. So but I can only imagine, we sit here and talk about millionaires being affected, just everyday people. I really, that's tough.
It's very tough.
That's definitely tough, because now you sitting there saying, because it's dawning on me that we're in the middle of the year now, and I don't think that it's really getting that much better, especially since the numbers going up because we keep testing. So
if that's not how it works. Yeah, I'm concerned about leadership, man. Leadership is making the situation infinitely worse.
Yep.
But what are you gonna do, bro? If a bunch of people have like a fucking attitude, then it's like, so what? I'm just supposed to let my business die even though things aren't gonna get better? I want to go out there and fucking hustle, man. Shit happens. That's what a lot of people's doing, man. The beach is open now. The beach is flooded. People do not give a fuck.
They don't
and it's care. Like, that's tough, because that's what's crazy. You should sign a form like, all right, when I go to this beach party, waiving my right to have a fucking hospital seat. Because you about to take up a spot, man, on some reckless shit. And it's one thing if you just go into your man's crib, or you going to parties, or you going to lounges. Lounges is open right now, bro. And I'm like, you into a lounge, bro? Just buy a shishka at your house.
But everything is open.
Everything
is open.
And then the Walmart's, sure, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how much? Yeah, I don't understand. I still don't understand that. I guess it's a vibe that you kind of get. But why don't y'all just go over to someone else's house?
Exactly.
And then just smoke shishka?
They're smoking a community shishka, which is obviously clean, but still, plenty of other people have fucking smoked it. But I know they got the different thing and shit. But
yeah, but you're literally going somewhere to potentially catch something that could fuck up your respiratory system while you're inhaling smoke. Like, what are you doing?
They don't care. They don't care. But it's like, whatever. America is like, they got this whole like freedom. I want to be able to do whatever I want.
And I joked about that in the beginning, but I didn't know how. Like, it's like getting to a point where it's like a Dave Chappelle skit or a show or a Boondocks episode. That's a
perfect way to put it.
It's like a Boondocks episode, dead ass.
Yeah.
Where like there's literally people who are going to town halls who are saying like, this is my right and my liberty to go around and breathe air. Like, there's literally a woman who's like sitting there saying like, questioning scientists' degrees and stuff like that, and saying like, I don't really think you understand, because God gave us this air and we're supposed to be breathing it right now. And when you're forcing me to wear a mask, it's literally taking away my God-given rights. I'm like,
you know what that is?
Are you serious?
That's entitlement. That's what that is. It reeks of entitlement. Like, they're entitled to do whatever they want at all times, regardless of what that means or what that consequence is for the next person.
But technically in America, like, that's what niggas be doing though.
For real. Yeah.
So that's kind of, it's crazy. It's just crazy.
And there's like a distrust for the government here for plenty of good reasons. To the point where though that like they could just say something factual, and then like I still have to think like, I'm gonna double check that later because I don't think you're saying the truth. But there's plenty of reasons to feel that way. I've never just blindly believed some shit because somebody.
But there's some people who don't even double check though. They just don't.
Yeah, they just believe what they want to be true. Exactly. Like, oh, this shit is over with. That's what I want it to happen. So in my head, it's over. You know, until my aunt gets it. All right, but she actually didn't have any symptoms, so it's fine until you get it.
So, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of fun, but I hope the NBA come back. personally. I mean,
Yeah,
for selfish
100%.
reasons. You know, because I'm gonna get the bag.
And selfish
like
reasons for me too, because I want to watch them.
And I want to watch NBA, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not. If it don't happen, I'm not really stressing like that. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing?
Make sure that shit on, bro.
This one is recording.
Or
But yeah, I definitely hope it comes back though. I hope it comes back.
me too. And I'm happy the NBA has been so like, maybe next to the UFC, they've been the most progressive in their
Forward thinking. Yep.
Yeah, so the UFC did not care. They're like, we're gonna fight one way or another.
Yeah.
We're thinking about buying an island. And on day one, they're like, yeah, we're thinking about buying this island to fight and shit. And they're the lowest risk sport, so they're fucking doing it.
Yeah. No crowds, just you and 4 other people that you bring in ringside, and then we'll just determine who's gonna win. That's it. That's all they're doing.
And that shit is working.
But via those, I don't really think it was never really that big of a deal. But when you start to get to team sports and you're adding, you know, dozens of people on one team alone, that's when it starts to get a bit concerning.
And I'm fine on the whole like rec type vibe where it's like there's no audience and you could hear the players and the voices.
I don't think I would mind that either.
I would actually genuinely enjoy that.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
But the fact that they considered adding NBA 2K sound effects, I was like, do not add no fucking. I don't need nobody talking about some. Hey, yo, I got next. I'm like, I don't want to hear that bullshit right now. Stop it. All right, stop. Why don't you just record one of your own NBA games? You know that's what NBA 2K does. They record actual crowds to get the effects. Why are you cutting to the chase? Just go back to the recording and have a playback and like scream 1, scream 2, game winner scream. Like have a scream for every situation and have somebody in the back just clicking screams. Or we hoop. Like we played basketball before.
I wonder how awkward that would be though. Like if somebody hit a, cause you know how Melo be yelling like "fuck out of here," like he just yelling like that. Like they had to keep telling like, "Yo, come on, cut it out. They can hear you. It's echoing in here. So come on, cut it out."
What if like the guy clicked the button too late and then like this is the delays?
Oh man. That would fuck up the whole vibe.
Yeah, for real. I dead think it should just be like a rec field. Like we didn't watch like Baller's Life or whatever. We watch NBA players play in random gyms and we're perfectly fine with just their voices.
Yeah.
Screen right. Like all that bullshit. That's basketball, man.
And I also think that it will I think it will give it a different feel as a fan. Because you'll start to hear how much like true communication happens and stuff like that between NBA players. And so I like it. I'm up for it. But again, for me, selfish monetary reasons. You know how that go.
Yeah.
You know how that go.
Secure the bag.
Yeah, facts. You know Two Brother Gaming?
Yeah, he used to do my team videos.
So apparently he got dropped from 2K.
Word. I heard some stories. Did they say why? Because I heard some shit.
Here's Two Brother Gaming's tweet that was earlier today.
Yeah, he got dropped.
Well, I'll get to because I don't know what's going on. You got to explain.
I can't even say it because I haven't verified it. And what?
Wait. Let me just read it quick.
Okay, all right.
Hey everyone, today my employment at 2K has been terminated. I apologize to everyone who was affected by my past and will not be maintaining any sort of presence on the internet moving forward. Whoa.
Word. He's about to delete himself from the face of the planet.
I'll be deactivating everything shortly. Please do not send any hate to anyone, anywhere. Now,
so he basically was referring to himself.
Now, exactly.
Anyone. No hate, guys. All love.
Now, the only reason why I know about this is because Cole the Man, he screenshot it and then put, "Hold this W, 2K. Get this clown out of here." Now you got to give me some backstory because I actually don't.
I could be wrong. That's why I don't want to say shit.
No, but tell me why is he at least feel like he a clown? Why is that?
Nah. This is something I heard.
Okay, allegedly.
No, for real.
Allegedly, I'm saying. Yeah.
And it could be. There's like a 30% chance I'm wrong.
Okay.
So, but I heard he was sending dick pics and shit. I could be wrong about that. But that's what the fuck I heard. That's what the fuck I heard. I don't know who he was sending it to.
To little boys?
Okay,
I gotta cut this out. I gotta cut this out.
Don't just add shit to the thing, man. And keep in mind, Two Brothers Gaming he's been doing my team on 2K. He's an OG content creator.
Yeah.
And like as of like 4 or 5 years ago, he left YouTube because he got a job at 2K working on the My Team side of things. And I guess it was just like a good fit. He never really had an online presence though once he left YouTube until like a couple years ago. And then like the serious My Team heads, they knew about him and they followed him because he would have occasionally released some like 2K related information or whatever. And so it was worth following. But I mean, I don't know what the actual reason is. I could DM like one person and find out immediately. But
Why do that?
Yeah, actually I will.
Why do that? Gonna get the scoop, beam star. You know what I'm saying? Put a connection. That's the only reason why you working, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Use your resources, nigga. Let's get some inside scoop. Fuck.
Yeah, I hate how the DMs work on Twitter now.
But yeah, that's crazy. If that's what he was doing, that's kind of tough. I know who he is, but I never understood his impact or what he did or anything like that. And now that I know that, it's kind of concerning actually.
Yeah,
if that's true.
In 2K, I've never seen him drop someone that quick. But they probably drop people all the time. But I guess he was like one of the faces of the game, especially on the My Team side of things. So it was like, nah, we not about to have you moving reckless. And he's not irreplaceable like Ronnie, so you can't fuck around and be replaceable. You about to get replaced.
I don't think anyone is irreplaceable.
I said as irreplaceable.
Okay.
Speaking relative, you feel me? Okay. So I'll let you know if I hear anything back, but
you don't think they're gonna hit you back up?
I mean, that's 2 a.m. That's why I don't think he might be asleep.
Okay. But yeah, so that's kind of tough on his end. Hopefully everything.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't mentioned in one of our group chats. That's why let me check.
Okay. But yeah, so hopefully Agent Beamstar, he's heavy on the phone right now. We'll figure out if we can get some new update on it or anything like that.
No, I ain't see shit yet. I'm getting so fucking excited, man.
What's going on? All right, so while Agent does that, I'm gonna go ahead and get into. We about to. Agent.
Hold on. I'm reading more because I keep going deeper and there's more shit.
Oh shit! Nigga got the juice. You got the juices.
Okay, so Birdman put out a tweet of a Twitch chat and he captioned it, "This is the guy they got representing 2K," and I don't know if I should read this because I don't know what it's gonna. Oh my god!
Wait, what is it?
You see that? So, should I read it?
Yeah, read it.
Okay, so one person says, "What do you want to be if not a friend, lol?" Other person responds, "Friend you think is hot? Question mark. The response is, "Well, you're tall. I like tall guys." The response is, "And I like eating pussy.
No, keep saying.
I like eating pussy. That helps, lol." I don't know who he's saying this to. That's the thing.
What, lol?
I don't know who he's saying this to. I don't know who the person is, but that's not.
That's a public.
That was in a Twitch chat.
Oh my god!
Who the fuck says they like giving head on a Twitch chat?
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah. Did someone release a Twitter longer about it? Oh, okay. So that's probably how it came out then. I just clicked the link. Am I retarded?
What you doing?
I never click links. I always put it in incognito. I just click that shit as if I just trust everybody on the internet now.
That's tough.
Okay, word. Well, she gave like a whole detail here. So I don't know. Apparently it had to have been like, oh, let me just keep scrolling. Crazy.
Yo, all I know is
that's tough.
It's too many what's going on? You know something?
I mean, there's plenty of shit. I just don't know what to read. She left a very long tweet about it.
So you
mean to read the whole tweet?
Just read a little snippet of it. You scan over what it is and you interrupt me when you get to like some nice and juicy, you know what I'm saying?
I don't Someone this is probably traumatic for her. You're talking about some nice and juicy. You good?
We trying to get the news out. Come on now. I'm a Keemstar today.
Yeah. Then I found. Oh, I don't know where to start. Yo, this shit is long as fuck. I'm not gonna read the whole thing.
Okay. But yeah, so it sounds like he did something crazy to a woman that borderline is sexual harassment. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And then you can't do that as you representing a major corporation. So you gotta get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
He's a nasty man.
Okay, I'm gonna just read part of it. I was a regular at his streams and I really enjoyed his content. Mm-hmm. After commenting that I had just broken up with my boyfriend at the time, this streamer reached out to me. It felt innocent at first, but soon it was obvious he wanted something. Being the young, naive 19-year-old that I was, who was just excited that a streamer was talking to me, I indulged him in his sexual fantasies over Twitch whispers and Twitter DMs, no matter how uncomfortable it made me feel afterwards. I received indecent pictures and videos of him during this time. Then I found out through a few mutual friends that he wasn't just doing this with me. There were several girls he was talking to, making them feel special and being sexual with them. He would also talk shit about his closest online friends behind their backs. After a while, I stopped talking to this streamer. About a year later, on a Sunday morning, I went back into one of his streams just to say hello and told him I was getting married. To which he publicly said on his stream implied that I was rushing things and I was not ready for such a thing. That was the last straw for me. I broke down crying and told myself I was done. This person didn't care one bit about me. It became very clear to me that I had been manipulated. And then in the last paragraph, she just called him out. She said, Robbie, if you're reading this, no, it wasn't okay what happened between us. You are 10 years older than me, and I was barely an adult. All I wanted was to make you like me. It went too far, and now I have to live with the negative emotions it caused me. And I don't know what the other stories are, because she's saying he did this with other women.
So manipulation and sexual harassment. Tough.
Yeah.
So very much so tough.
I feel like you should be way more careful if you're the face of anything.
Yeah. Or I mean, not even the face of anything. If you are a public figure, you have to be very careful how you interact with people online in general, especially though if they're of the opposite sex. Like you just got to be careful with that. But yeah, I just thought about something. You told me earlier to send a dick pic, because this brought me back to dick pic. Yeah. But you said that you'd never sent a dick pic before.
No, I never will.
Okay, so why would you tell me you should have just? That means I sent a dick pic.
I was joking. Don't actually send. If you ever told me to send a dick pic, I'd be like, why?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't even like taking risks like that. For what?
Yeah.
And be like, oh, that's Agent's pillow in the background. Like, I don't need that shit to get out. You feel me? I don't even send no type of photo. I'll receive photos.
Yeah, facts.
Is it wrong to not delete it after you stop talking to someone?
What?
Like if someone sent you nudes,
when y'all done, you delete it.
What if like
Agent, when you're done, you delete it.
I bet.
You put that on your to-do list. Start deleting photos and your shit. Yeah, delete it, bro. Just go ahead and delete it, bro. You might be able to save one or two, but go ahead and delete that
shit. No cap, yo. I always feel very uncomfortable. So let's say I bring a female over here.
Okay.
Like we have a big home, I have a lot of expensive things, and I'm only 24. So like I've had women tell me like they just very like, man, I get so excited when you call or whatever. And so in my mind I'm thinking like, fam, isn't getting someone to like you just manipulation anyway? Like, cause I'm wired to want people to like me. That's why I hop on videos and I hope people like me. If they don't, fuck it. But when I'm talking to new people, when I'm networking, like I'm trying to put my best foot forward, that's manipulation too, except I guess it's more benign. But it's not so malicious.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're manipulating people to like you based off of actual characteristics that you possess. And they're positive characteristics. Getting someone to like you based off of things that you don't possess, that's where we're crossing the line of manipulation. Or
what is that, like catfishing? Like you don't possess, like you just
like if I don't own the flashy car that I have, and you think that I have money, or you think that I'm successful, or you think that I'm XYZ, to a degree it's catfishing. But also if the form of if we're calling it manipulation is through some type of negative form, such as make me, please me because I'm your favorite streamer or some shit like that, then that's also OD. But if you're just trying to make people like you because you're funny, you're charismatic, you're good looking, you have some type of information that you're trying to pass on to them, so stuff like that, I don't really think it's that bad. I don't think it's bad. I think that's just human nature.
So this is my question then. Like, let's say you're fucking with a woman, but she's very submissive. Then technically, like you could just be like, this is the movie we're watching today, and she's with it. Okay. This is what we're eating today, and she's with it. This is what we're doing today, and she's with it. Okay. I feel like you don't get to that point unless like there's some kind of manipulation there. Because why is she just going with it? She doesn't have things she wants to do.
But some women are just people. Well, some people, but specifically talking about women, some women are just wired that way.
Yeah, she's in an interesting predicament.
I don't like those type of women.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, like fight back. Say like talk shit. What's good with you? Like,
Let's not say fight. Let's not say fight back. But okay, I see
like verbally.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not swinging.
Yeah, like, nigga, fight back, nigga. What the hell?
No, on some real shit.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really enjoy women like that. Like, have some type of input, say something. Like, because
but of course, Twitch chat is a wrong area to be doing some shit like that.
It is.
And if you're 10, so that's maybe the next question. How old is it like before you're like that's?
I'm gonna keep it a being with you. As soon as you turn over the age of 18, I don't really think it's that big of a deal anymore.
I do,
especially if you're 19. No.
Okay, so let's say you're 35, right? And you're fucking with a 20-year-old.
Okay.
All that experience, that chasm of experience that you gain in those years that woman or vice versa does not have. That could be used to manipulate her because you've probably been through some more shit. So you know what works and what doesn't in a relationship. She might just be stumbling through that. So I always found that stuff like, if I feel like I have a lot more experience than someone else, I dead ass just back out. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really interested in this situation because it feels like they're just too fucking innocent. I don't care. You could be, bro. I've talked to women that's like 23, and I swear to God, it feels like they're 15 the way they're speaking.
I get that, but then that's what I'm saying. So where are we drawing the line at? Because there can be women who are the same age who just don't have the experience. There could be women who are older who don't have the same experience. The experience and wisdom is knowledge, not necessarily an age that is attached to it.
Word.
So when you're sitting there and you're trying to make a gauge off of it, it's kind of weird. I understand people can be manipulated through experience or lack of experience. I get that. But I think what many people just need to understand is that you have to have self-respect for yourself. I just said self-respect for yourself. You need to have self-respect. So you need to understand you need to understand your boundaries and when the line is being crossed. Because once the line gets crossed, that's when you need to say no. Because you are old, at that point, you are old enough. You should be old enough to understand. Now, if you're talking about someone who's like, okay, I can understand if like they just turned 18 and you were, like pampering them from 16 to 18.
Oh yeah, no, you need to be OD. Sell. Yeah,
that's OD. But like, I mean, to me, because at that point, that means that nigga, at that point, that means you can never date someone younger. Like there could never really be an age gap at that point.
Word. Because
as soon, what's the difference? 10 years, 5 years? Like when does it get too big?
Yeah, I'm kind of, so just naturally, I guess, most of the women that I talk to are older than me. Sometimes by a decent amount too.
Yeah.
And so I kind of feel relieved that I'm probably never gonna have to deal with a situation like that because I'm usually the younger one in the situation.
Usually. But if you wait long enough.
All my relationships, the women have been older. I'd say the majority of the women I've dated, the women have also been older.
But if you wait long enough, the roles will reverse.
What do you mean?
Because you don't sound like you're looking for something anytime soon. So eventually when you get to being 30 and you're still looking.
I don't think I would want someone that doesn't have, like, there's a certain challenge that comes with dealing with women that's older than you.
Okay.
Women most of the time mature faster than men anyway. And I don't think most 24-year-old men are where I'm at type shit.
I understand.
I'm very focused and like there's some shit I just had to learn because I'm in the business of knowing. And they might just be partying or whatever the fuck, and they just haven't grown or built or whatever. So for me, it just feels more natural to do it that way. I don't think there'd ever be a time where I'm like 5 years younger and I'm like, maybe.
But I'm dating backwards for like, actually I think it's second time. And this is the most mature woman I've ever talked to.
Word? How old is she? Can you say? I don't know. I'm genuinely asking to know. I'm not trolling.
No,
you can't say.
But she's younger than me though. But not by a wide mark. She's not like 18 or like that.
Okay.
No, she's not. She's not no very legal shit. But she's younger than me though, and possibly the most mature woman I've ever talked to.
Don't send no dick pics, bro.
That was your suggestion. I didn't do it.
As a joke, I would actually never legitimately suggest you to do that.
So I think I understand what you're saying, but I think it has more so to do with on a person-to-person basis, because I think you have to really get to know someone. But if you know them through a Twitch chat, like, come on, like at that point, you're not even trying to get to know that person. You're not even trying to gauge their understanding of the relationship. You are leveraging your experience in that situation, or leveraging the way that she's viewing you in that
Ain't
relationship.
that how shit works though? Like women would leverage their bodies, like, oh no, I can't fuck until or then this happens, right? So like if you have more money, guys can leverage like, oh, come look at my house, like look at these things.
And again, that's why I'm saying everyone on both sides have to have a level of self-respect so they understand the line that they draw. For me, at least, that's an attractive trait. Because if you're just allowing shit to just happen just because I bring you back to the crib and we got, 6,000 plus square feet, then that's you a layup.
Slight little flex.
That's slight little flex.
Insane.
But it's, to me, that's a layup. Like that's easy to me. Like that's not a challenge. It's nothing I have to like actually go for. But if there's a standard that I have to meet and uphold, not only is it challenging, but then I also feel a level of gratification that I met your standards to even get to that point. And from that, I also gain respect from you as well, because I understand what it takes to get to know you like this. But if you just a fucking layup, I just bring you to the crib and we fucking because we in a big ass house, you getting piped down and I'm moving to the next.
Word. I'm interested. Like, she didn't give a lot of examples of how she was manipulated.
I can imagine though.
Me too.
I can imagine. I mean, we've heard,
but I would like to hear more. Maybe there was more. I just didn't see it.
We've seen other freak ass niggas do some crazy shit like that.
Without a doubt.
Oh, you're gonna make me upset if you don't. Like, you nasty nigga. You're a nasty nigga, bro. That's all you are, bro. You're not one of. Are you sure you're not one of my biggest fans? Nasty.
Oh,
nigga.
that shit is always corny to me. First of all, if it's a fan, then already you bugging.
Yeah, exactly.
Feel me? Yeah.
Well, I'm a fan of Pretty Less Pink, so no.
Now, if you're peers, that's one thing. But if you're a fan,
but I am a fan of Pretty Less Pink. We peers?
Yeah, because you both content creators.
Peer to peer. Oh shit.
Yeah, you should be smarter when you got a fucking bright light directed right at your fucking face, especially like especially if what you're doing is formal, like you're the face of something formal.
Yeah,
you're not like working for yourself where like you get to decide what too much is. Like you're working for a company, I guess, to decide that for you, man. You knew what too much was when you were doing it.
And I'll be honest with you, sometimes I feel like as a man, I feel like women should be more upfront and honest.
About what?
Like, as a man, we have to play the game and try to figure out where we stand in the relationship. Like, as we interacting, because they're not really making it clear. So we have to play the game and make sure we make the right steps without us going, because the line is being moved every time we interact, but we don't know where it's being moved to.
Where?
Because more or less they have control, especially in the first few interactions, of like how far
that's
this is
true.
being taken.
That's true.
But we in a fucking dark room not understanding where the line is at. So if you just turn the fucking light on and let me know what's really going on, then I can understand where I'm going and where I'm not going, and if I'm getting close to crossing that line or not.
I did ask now.
Oh yeah, but the reason why me and you asked is because I think it's just way too much at risk, because if I fucking cross that line, my shit is done with.
Like even like so
but a regular person doesn't, they don't think like that because they don't have that much to lose.
Word.
So that's what I'm saying.
I'll ask, like, I'll be like, yo, come over here, like, while we watch TV, because I don't even want to like hold it, like, I don't even want to, like, I can't even touch you unless, are you cool with that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, okay, you coming over here now, you know what I'm saying?
You
so
looking
like,
for the camera like, are you okay with me touching you right now? Okay?
And then like an hour later, like I might move my hand to her thigh or something like that. I'll be like, is that okay? And then sometimes she'll move it to her titty. I'll be like, all right, bet. I want it too. I'm with it too. All right, bet. Cool. I'll put my hand on your titty. Are you cool with that? I'm cool with that.
I think at least with me, they need to know that. Like, just let me know. But the woman I'm talking to right now, she lets me know. So that's also like a massive positive thing. Because it's always, I understand where I'm at. And that just, I ain't got to guess.
There was always the chance that you just read a signal very wrong.
That is true. But that could be assumed to be sexual harassment.
Exactly. So I don't even try it.
Exactly.
I'd dead say like kiss me, or like I won't just do it if that's her first time. Yeah. Promise you. I'll just be like, hey, yo, come. Or like I'll hold her by her chin or something like that, and like if she's not fucking with it, she'll do this. I'm like, okay, all right, bet. And I'll be like, all right.
But if that happens, at that point, I'll just stop, because at that point, you gonna have to kiss me. Because if I've already tried once or twice, you have to kiss me. Then that's what it is. You will have to kiss me. I'm done. I'm done making the moves, nigga. You keep moving the line, so nigga, you kiss me. That's what it's gonna have to be.
You said nigga.
Huh?
That's real shit though, bro.
Yeah, facts.
That's real shit.
Because there's too much going on. And like you said, like, yeah, move my hand to your titty so I know what's going on.
Yeah, word. But that don't mean like she's down for whatever though. Because
that's fine.
Yeah, I'll check on the next step too. Like, I see what you're saying. You feel me though? You feel me? I gotta keep asking.
I know what you're saying.
It's like I'm going through like a training when you just open up a game and I'm just passing the different levels.
Yeah,
feel me? And sometimes I'll fail a level, but I'm glad I ain't skipped to the next shit because I might not have been ready. It's like an RPG. I might not have been ready for that level.
But low key, I kind of sort of miss playing that game when I was a regular nigga. Like I miss playing the let me figure out how far my hand can go before you stop me game. Like I miss that. And if I just keep going and I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm good.
But once I get really comfortable with somebody, then I'm not like asking.
We're not talking about that. No.
Yeah.
We're talking about like when you first meeting them and you don't know what a line is and stuff like that.
Word.
Once you figure out what a line is, all right, I now know. I now know how far I can go.
Now that we're saying that, why didn't you just ban him if it's a Twitch chat? Because Twitch chats are highly regulated. Like there could be the most hated person on earth with a very positive Twitch chat.
She was watching his stream,
but she didn't have to be there. On some real shit.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, if someone made me feel uncomfortable, which is kind of hard to do, I've heard it all.
I understand what you're saying.
You're banned from the chat. Like the only time you get,
but I will say this: if he's sending unwarranted messages,
the dick pic is wrong regardless.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially to
so she just like just thinking they having a regular conversation and the fucking dick pic just pops up.
I immediately ban him.
But and again, this is what I'm talking about. So there's a level of self-respect you have to have because if a nigga just send me a dick pic. In general, I'm deleting that nigga out of my life, all right? But if I'm a woman and a nigga send me a dick pic and it's unwarranted, that should be the end of the conversation. Like, I don't want to make it seem like it's her fault because it's definitely not because that nigga's a creep. But that's what I'm saying. Like you have to set the standards. And I know like there's a form of manipulation that can make you waver on your standards.
It's interesting how like even though she didn't want that to be she wasn't, but she was saying that she was like, what was the exact word she used? Where she said like she wanted him to like him or something like that. Or she wanted his approval. Let me pull this shit up. I thought that was interesting because
I feel like
if someone sends me like a titty, like a nude, and I was like, like not at her body, but just like no, like that's fucking disgusting. Yeah. Then there's actually like there's nothing she's gonna be able to do to bamboozle me because I'm disgusted. maybe
I think it works the other way though because as a man, it's just to perceive that if you get a nude pic as a man and you saying no, then as a woman your shit is through. Like it's done. Because if the nigga you can't even entice this nigga with your naked body, you're fucking finished.
Word.
But as a man though. You could at least convince yourself, well, if she don't want this dick,
well, she didn't know better. She's like 11 years younger. Okay, so it's clicking for me because it's
but she don't want this dick. She might want my money or she might want my clout. So now that she don't want the dick, I'll just leverage my money and my clout.
That's some cornball shit.
But that's what I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure many manipulative ass cornball niggas do that.
Word.
So yeah.
But if I was just trying to fuck, I'd do that too. I'm just not ever trying to do that. But like, I already know, like once they see my car and the house is like, oh, it's already game, set, match. If that's all I wanted.
But we can't do that though.
I would never do that.
We can't do it.
For sure.
Can't do it. Which sucks. Cause niggas like, I be in the Discord, niggas be like, yo, Lo, you got it so easy, bro. You just bring chicks back to the house and you fucking, and I'm like, I might catch a case if I move like that. Like, just to let y'all niggas know, like, sometimes it ain't that easy. Like, they not getting to the crib and going straight naked. Like, it's still some convincing I gotta do. Cause I can get to the crib, try to fuck, and she say no, and it's gonna go from a good time to a bad time real quick. Like, nigga, just catch a fucking case, and she just gonna know for a fact I got it. Cause on the podcast, I tell my network of $1 million, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's done already, nigga. It's done. So nah, it ain't that simple, unfortunately. Sometimes it is, but most times it actually is not. But personally, I fucks with it because if that's the standard that you set, that gives me something to, you know what I'm saying? Like chase after and like make sure I'm able to hit. Facts.
Or so that's a good transition, man. You know, I know you've been in love recently.
Oh my.
And shit like that. You've been in love, feel me? Like you've been feeling different things, you know, some new feelings and shit. Talk to me about those new feelings.
You good? You good, bro?
These are real questions. I'm
You
not
good?
I'm trolling, but I'm even for real too, bro.
I'm gonna get to the point where I'm not gonna say nothing though.
For why? That was a good question.
No, I'm talking about just around the house. Cause like the other day I came
do you
upstairs.
not want me to bring this up? You tweeted you were in love though, that's why.
Yeah, I know. Which is crazy because when I said that, people thought that I was talking about Pink.
I know.
I actually wasn't talking about Pink.
And she's probably like, oh my God.
She did, because then she tweeted, hold on. Then the next day, Pink tweeted, is this love?
Oh man.
And then being the idiot I am, I fucking liked it and retweeted with some eye emojis like.
Oh, you're a fucking cornball.
But
you know you're trolling though.
But yeah, what? But you know, the crazy part, everybody, let me get out of here. You about to get me in trouble. You gotta get me in trouble in real life too.
No, the gang clipped it already, bro.
Stop.
They already clipped the shit.
But yeah, you talking about when I came upstairs and I was like, bro, shit.
Bro, you're doing it every day at this point. Lil will sit there and I know he means it because
I think I'm in love, bro.
And he'll do that for 30 minutes.
I think I'm in love, bro. You know, I've been thinking about her recently. You know what I'm saying? Always on my mind. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just waking up and proving myself for her. You know what I'm saying?
That last part made me cringe. The improving myself for her.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Oh, that's cringe.
So
you don't do that now.
I gotta match her energy. You know what I'm saying?
Is she improving herself for you?
No, she's just improving herself in general. But
I need you to do that.
But it makes you a better mate in general. So I gotta improve myself. You know what I'm saying? Gotta match that energy. What's up with you?
Nah, because I want you to do that for yourself, not for her.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I'm gonna benefit out of it as well.
I know you're gonna benefit from it, but I need the motive for you to improve yourself to be for yourself.
Of course, I would. I mean, it's gonna be for me anyway, because not only am I gonna benefit it just regardless, but also, you know, I get pleasure by pleasing my mate. So you know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
But in general, though, I don't know how much I want to say, but yeah, having an amazing time.
Say more.
I mean, I am. She's amazing young woman. You know, has her head on straight, set the goals, meeting them. Great conversation. Having a great time.
So, you know, what qualities of her do you feel like make you guys so compatible?
Yeah, you're ridiculous, bro.
I'm asking good questions.
Work ethic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good trait.
Which it's so crazy. You don't really know how much you really enjoy it until you're around other people who have it. To be honest with you.
You talking about work ethic right now?
Yeah. I mean, but nigga, you're not sucking my dick. So what are you talking about, nigga? No, I'm not referencing
you said that like as if you had a pool of people, bro. I'm like, I'm right here.
No, nigga got offended. Like, but my work ethic, nigga. I'm not talking about
see
you
me right here.
I'm talking about out of someone who, like you trying to actually be in a more intimate relationship with. Because you know, like
I haven't actually never had that. Okay,
but as I'm saying, like in general, like niggas cap in general about what they be doing, like on some real shit. Just regardless of the type of relationship.
Be capping too.
It don't feel like it because there be times where I'll be texting her and I don't hear back from her in a good second.
No, that don't mean she
but it's a lot of things that have been said where, of course, I mean, as time progresses, we'll figure out the answers to it. But so far, from the things that she said and other conversations that we've had, because at this point, in many times I've seen her, I would have thought I would have definitely been able to sniff out the cap if your stories aren't
aligning. You've known her for like 3 weeks, right? 2 weeks, bro.
No, it's been 3.
Yeah,
you're going 3 week anniversary.
Oh my God. Trust me, you're gonna sniff out more cap as time goes on.
I hope I don't. I hope I do. I hope I don't. Like if it's cap, then I hope I do. But I hope I don't because I'm under the influence that it's real.
And no, it's probably.
I understand what you're saying.
Probably like 95% real, but 5% of shit she just capping about or exaggerating just because it sound good. But I mean, I do that shit too from time to time.
I'm about to say we all cap a bit, but it's a difference between capping a little bit and like you just making up shit that you think got going on in your like nah.
Word, yeah. You know what's crazy is I'm just now realizing this. It's so refreshing to talk to women who's like doing things because like when you sent me the fucking 10th "what are you doing" text, Like I'm always doing something different because I had a list of things, and it could be that I do an Instagram shoot today, a couple of videos I got to record, title and thumbnail for this. Maybe I got A&P shit going on. Like, am I flying somewhere to shoot this video? Am I doing a brand stream? Go out of stream. The answer, I swear, is not gonna be the same if you ask again tomorrow. It's gonna be something different. But then, like, there's some women I'll talk to. I'm like, what you up to right now? Same shit. And
very rarely that. First of all, we very rarely even ask ourselves that question because it just naturally comes up through us just communicating with one another because we actually got shit going on.
How, like, what are your texts like? Is it like, do you have starts and ends, or is it just like an ongoing? Like
more or less, just an ongoing.
Oh, where's you at that point?
Yeah,
I hate those kind of, man.
Stop and going.
No, I hate the ongoing thing.
I mean, it's every now and then. Maybe like tonight was a good night, but a lot of times it's just like ongoing throughout the day. Like there's no.
That's cool. Yeah. But like there has to be an end though. Like I like to end it with like all right, I'll put it on my calendar, or like okay, cool, I'll see you there, or like all right, good night.
That may be like once every other 3 days.
Okay, where?
Once every.
Damn, so y'all just talking like y'all don't stop talking. Then you just talking all the time. There needs to be at least
no. We stopped talking, but I mean like it's on a.
Like how long? Like 2 days.
Oh no, never that. No, I'm damn near talking like every day.
Oh my god! Wow, yeah. Oh, you in a relationship then?
Oh man, so you trying to get me to? What's
my bad? No, that's my fault. That's my fault. You had to cut that out. You had to cut that out.
You're ridiculous.
I realized it when I said it. You had to cut that out.
What's up with you, bro? What's up?
The time is 1:51.
I'm gonna keep it in there too.
You gonna keep it in? I actually didn't mean to put you in that spot. I just said it by accident. But on a real note, though, that's kind of what that means. It's kind of what that means, man. Because if I could just not talk to you for 6 days and it's cool, then we're just dating. But you're in a relationship once, like you can't go a few days without talking to the person.
I don't know if I can't go, but we be having shit to actually talk about.
That's dope though. That it's fun and it's not like boring.
Yeah, it's nowhere near boring, and that's the part why I'm saying I don't know if it's that much cap, because if we can communicate like that frequently enough to where nothing that we're saying is boring, then no. Because even with me, like shit, we got to deal with the podcast on my main channel, second channel. I'm trying to piece together some stuff to try to figure out like if it's easy for me, like have your setup where a camera right there and I can just get it going, and then it also can like kind of help me if I want to just jump on stream or just try different things and shit like that. So even those ideas I can bounce off her, and then she has other things going in her life where she bounces off me.
I do that too. Like I'll send a pitch that I'm doing with a brand to somebody, especially if I feel like if I feel like they have no input and there's no reason, but I'll be like, hey, what do you think about this? It's cool to get like an outside perspective. That's dope. I'm glad your conversations are fun because I'm still just meeting new women, and 70% of those conversations are fucking dreadful. Like very, very dreadful. And to the point where I can't even take none of them serious no more. I just troll the whole time. And there's actually women that fuck with the trolling.
That's dope.
Like I'll start conversations in the most retarded way possible. I'll be like, yo, why are you staring at me like that? And then she might be like what? And I'll be like, stop, you looking into my soul. Like, why are you doing that? And then she play along with it. I'll be like, I bet we got the same sense of humor. Cause I'm not doing the hi, what you up to? Chilling. Oh, I shoot myself before I had those fucking 2003 MSN.com fucking conversations. I refuse. Okay. So I'm glad for you, man. I never seen you in love before. Feel me? I don't even think you're in it yet. So like in like 3 months, assuming everything go well, you probably gonna be in love. And then like you about to be a whole different man. I seen him lead in love. I seen him lead in love a couple times in my life. You feel me? So I already know what lead's like. I ain't never seen Lo in love, man. Lo about to like always have a clean cut, 24 barber every other day coming to the crib. He about to have his fucking room in order.
She ain't never seen me with a clean cut yet.
Oh wow. Surprise her, like take her out to like dinner or something like that. And like just come fresh as fuck.
All right, so we gonna wrap this
fresh
up.
As shit.
So we wrap it
and
up.
I need you to rant like a full Raptor. Pull up in a full Raptor.
That's not
fresh as shit, Lo.
I'm gonna get the Tesla and put the
exhaust on it.
Put the what?
The exhaust.
Yeah, the
no
exhaust
cats?
mod. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm gonna do. Bro. Make crazy noise with the Tesla. Facts.
Put that Coke can right there in the fucking bag.
Facts, nigga. Just let it go crazy. Let everybody in the neighborhood know I'm coming home late.
What if you just did some real corny shit where you put some speakers in the back and then you just had them blasting car sounds? That'd be tough.
I'll be the oddest shit, and you at a stoplight, and it's still revving other shit like that. And niggas like, bro, you stop it. What the fuck is
Everyone's
going
gonna be
on?
like, "You gonna race now? Like, there's a cop right there. Cut it out, man."
Or you going like just 20 miles, and it's just a loud ass in the fucking
I
back.
hate those vehicles. If it sounds like you're going 200, but you're going 20, you need a new vehicle or a new exhaust at least.
No, that's the purpose. It's supposed to sound like
How
that.
else is everybody gonna know I've made it to the gas station?
Exactly. Let everybody know about my Sunday cruise right now, bro.
Sure. Yeah, I do make a lot of noise when I drive. But I guarantee
you do.
I do not do it for other people though.
But I know you do.
To the point where like I'll tone
Yours
it.
is way more controllable though, and maintainable. There's niggas out who have like bummy ass cars who just slap an exhaust on it just to make noise, and them niggas is going the same speed I'm going.
Yeah, where I'm not gonna lie to you, I had some VTEC exhaust going on my old Honda Accord. That shit sound roaring at 30. You feel me?
My VVT.
Your V6 3.3 liter.
That's what I'm
Ooh,
saying,
and the
bro.
Highlander. Stop fucking playing with low, man.
Crazy.
He'll dust you in a drag race.
Crazy. But let's wrap this podcast up.
Proud of you, man. Just know that.
With what?
So proud of you, man.
With what?
You found the one, man. I'm proud of you.
You keep saying that, and then it might end up happening too. That's the crazy part.
I'm actually not trolling. I'm actually kind
I'm
of proud
not.
of
You
you.
know what's crazy? I'm not trolling out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trolling.
Yeah, I'm
Deadass.
actually really happy for you.
I'm not trolling, bro. But yo, shout out to everybody who's watching the podcast on YouTube. Make sure you first you always gotta lead with. Yo, shout out to everybody who watch the podcast. We drop every Monday and Thursdays. Gotta make sure I keep that in the talk always. Shout out to everybody on Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play. People on Apple Podcasts, make sure you rate us a 5-star. We did it 2 hours for y'all this time because we had to give y'all something a little.
was asking for the 2 hour
Yeah, a little
pods.
longer over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? It felt like a good pod. Came out strong, finished strong. I like that.
Real juicy podcast.
I like that. And of course, everybody out there on YouTube, make sure to subscribe button and go know the gang. Make sure you click all the links in the description, comment, like all that other extra shit y'all be doing. And a huge shout out to all them word of mouth people. Anything you want to say before we end it? You saw my tweet. I hate to do this. You seen you saw my tweet?
Which one?
It was deep, bro. It was bars.
Okay, let me see it.
Scroll down just a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit more.
All right. All right.
A little bit more.
God damn it! How much do you tweet?
What's that?
Which one? I'm at a point in my life where execution.
Scroll down.
No cap. I was gonna like this, but I told someone I wasn't home, so I couldn't be active on Twitter. I'm at a point where execution, commitment, and communication are no cap.
No
cap. For real.
Keep scrolling down. It's like later.
Bro.
Right there.
This one here?
Up.
Right here. Work hard now so you can appreciate the people who inspired you once you reach success. Because not being able to say thank you is worse than having to say goodbye. Leaving the people on that, man.
That's bars.
Leaving the people on that.
Bars.